Hey everyone, Skillsy Shooter here. Welcome to episode 9 of the QuadFeed podcast. This week we discuss the PlayStation 4 launch and whether or not Ron had anything to do with those broken units. We talk a bit about some top 10 lists that we found on the internet, and we detail how to get back at your ex-girlfriend if you just happen to own a few strip clubs. All that and a whole lot more on QuadFeed. Hey everyone.
Was that the intro?
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Oh. Sorry.
Do you want to host the show, do you, Ron? Do you want to host it?
When he said that 3, 2, 1 thing, I couldn't help it. I was just like, whoa, was that the intro? Shit. Cool.
Do you want an intro? Hey,
3, 2, 1, speak!
I'll throw it
I'm
out
not
to you.
doing it. No, I ain't no host.
Go.
I ain't afraid of no host.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's Skillsy Shooter here. Welcome to episode 9 of the QuadFeed podcast. Over to you, Gav.
Fucking
That wasn't too bad.
abysmal.
I don't know what to fucking say, man. I just did what you normally do. You do it good.
Hey everyone, yes, in fact, it is episode 9 of the QuadFeed podcast. I am Skillsy Shooter, and I'm allowed up past midnight. I'm here, as bloody usual, with my 3 cronies. No guests this week. We've decided to rein it in from our international expansion plans. So you've just got us for the show this evening. And for new viewers, I'll take you through everyone that's here. It's Ben.
Hello, how are you?
What's cracking?
How much? I'm also up. I'm also allowed up past midnight.
No way, what?
Yeah, I know.
God. You must have some sort of like sweet ass arrangement.
Yeah. I got it figured out.
Yeah. Sorry,
One
buddy.
of the perks of being 28 years old.
That's it. We apologise, Chris. It's all in good fun. Just call me
Something will
Aurora.
happen to us, you can, yeah.
Yeah. For
You can make
fans
fun
of
of us if something happens.
for the non-fans of Sleeping Beauty, can you just detail your tagline there?
Well, I'm pretty sure that the name of Sleeping Beauty is Aurora, so I guess that'll be my nickname from now on after last week.
I wasn't going to go there, but if you want to be
You know,
called
that
Sleeping
sounds wrong. I'm going to look it up.
Beauty, Ron's
It
already on the
probably is,
case.
Rob.
Going to prove
The
everyone
name
wrong on
probably
this
is
podcast.
Sleeping
I got to
Beauty.
find out if that's actually what her name is. All right.
What was the Little Mermaid's name?
Yeah, it's Princess Aurora.
Ariel.
Ariel. That's who it was.
Oh, she was Ariel, yeah.
But yeah, no, Chris is right. It's Princess Aurora.
Ah. God. Your knowledge of Disney
Well, you know,
knows no
I'll
bounds.
just
And,
I'll take your word for it.
And whilst Chris is reveling in the wondrousness of Disney folklore, we've got Ron at the Samsung factory.
Hello.
He's assembling them all.
Yeah. I know they've been
Yeah, well,
outsourcing
It's
their work.
outsourced.
Yeah.
I am an Asian kid, so like that's what we do. Our job is to put them together, and I'm behind on my quota, so they shipped them here instead of the factory, and I'm doing them here. Anybody want one? $40 or best offer.
Oh. Well, that's,
Yeah,
like,
I have
that's
a
$10
lot. I mean-
cheaper than what I got off one off you. So why are they getting a deal? Why not?
I don't know.
God,
You're white.
mates rate. God. Yeah. Hashtag QuadFeed discount in the QuadFeed store. Gets you free shipping and a free lesson with Ron at the Genius Bar, or whatever the bullshit Samsung equivalent is.
I'll just give whoever comes in a high five. That's about it.
Hey,
Thanks for
that's a
buying
good
one
thing.
off me. Cheers.
Yeah.
On your way.
Then off to the pub. Boom.
Yeah, your Samsung dollar's hard at work.
Oh yeah. I work hard for the money. So hard for the money.
Yeah, there we
So
go.
hard for the money. Well, we thought we'd vary things a little bit this week in that most weeks I'm kind of bouncing topics off everyone, but everyone kind of came prepared with their own ones today. So I think I'll touch on my ones at some point in the show, but I think I might kick off with just a random. So pick a number, Chris, pick a number between 1 and 2.
Whoa!
Wait.
0.
Do you not understand the rules?
Yeah, I was trying to perplex him with circular logic. I was going to suggest. Well, actually, let's start with Ben's one first, because we were talking about Ben's one before, and wondering whether or not it clashed with any of our other ones. But let's get Ben.
Oh
first
wait,
bite
which?
of the cherry.
Oh, okay. Okay, I did have a good one, but I'll get to that one later.
Yeah.
So this is, you mean in terms of the PlayStation 4s and the red line of deaths that's been happening?
Ooh. The blogs.
Yeah.
Or as some columnists are calling it, music to Ron's ears.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I can hear people, like PlayStation fans, I can hear their tears.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
So-
said that right.
Yeah.
I can hear them.
Because
Every
when
a blue light of death occurs,
Yeah,
Ronald
'cause-
gets his wings.
the statistics say that when the 360 was launched, it was about 6 to 7% failure rate, but with the PlayStation 4 so far, it's only 0.4% failure rate. So the 360s are still miles ahead.
You know what though? Considering like
That's
I think
last gen though.
But
Sweetheart.
have they sold as many
So?
PS4s as
What do you mean,
the
so?
360?
If they was put out at the same time, yeah, you could give a shit. You know what? I suffered from the red ring of death a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But you know what?
After-
A bunch of times. See, my PlayStation's still,
like
mine's
like
fine.
three times. But your PlayStation's still gay. But so you can suck on that one. But like hey, we still have better games. I don't give a fuck. But we do. And for next gen, I just didn't think there would be any kind of fuck up really. Just to be like fair about it, I'm surprised that that
In
was
all
actually-
honesty, I was a bit...
That was
well,
actually one of the things I was going to talk about. Apparently, they say the new next-gen consoles, they won't overheat, which was one of the causes of the red ring of death.
well the original ones, yeah, because there was,
Yeah.
the capacitors were there was no airflow, there was no nothing. It was
Yeah,
The
so
heat
they've
sinks really
redesigned
didn't
that
do
whole
their
thing. And be interesting to see after a few marathon gaming sessions if they hold up.
You know what though? That was the best thing, and I think the one massive positive you could come out of having the Xbox One have an external power brick. I mean, is it a big
Yeah.
deal to people? I mean, really, to have what
It's
is
just like an
essentially
aesthetic thing as far as I know. You're not really looking at it every time you're looking at the screen. You're not looking at the console you're
Yeah.
playing.
yeah.
But
Would you want
Yeah.
a huge unit, built into the actual unit itself that sits, on your desk or in your lounge room kind of thing, or are you perfectly happy with it being, exactly where it was before, i.e.,
what's the thing?
tucked behind the thing, doing no damage, internally?
Yeah, like they get
That's what it
freaking
should
hot
be.
as hell. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be annoying to set it up that one time, but you're not going to have to do that too often.
I mean, it shouldn't
But
be
in terms
like
of heat, though, the GPU creates way more heat than the little
Yeah.
power brick anyway. So really, the heat that the brick makes is really nothing compared to what the GPU makes. So, and the flow,
Yeah.
the airflow's
Well-
not really near it.
And they've redesigned part of the GPU stuff as well, so it's
Well,
Yeah,
the-
but it is
crossbow
interesting. But I think it's one of those things as well where, when was the PlayStation 3 and 360 released? What year? Was it 2007?
Yep.
yeah,
something
it's
like
been out for
Yeah.
like 8 years.
Yeah. So what was social media like back then? Nowhere near as what it is like now. So I'm thinking, the slightest little
that. It's a cross section.
sound, yeah, you're gonna hear is way more than what it was back in the day, sort of thing. So yeah, everyone can get their views heard much easier than back then, sort of thing. Which is why you're hearing
That's fair
about it
enough.
way more than now. Plus, everyone wants to bash it. Everyone will look at any excuse to bash it. So
yeah, but I mean, that's fine because I mean, just like you have, like you'll take any excuse to bash a not the 360, just
I don't need any
Xbox.
excuse.
okay. See, now you're being a dick. Okay, I tried to be nice about this. All right, I tried to be nice. See, this is the difference between Xbox
Calm
people
down,
and
calm
fucking
down,
PlayStation
calm
people.
down,
Okay,
Calm
see,
down.
I have a reason now to kick the shit out of you.
Take your Ritalin.
And but the thing is, like, I gave you a chance. I gave you a chance, and you still were a dick.
Okay, well,
about
let's
it.
not stray.
That's what PlayStation
because,
people are like. That's what PlayStation people are like.
Has anyone found out how much the Xbox Live, what is it, the Gold Pass or
Gold
whatever,
membership.
and what is the price for the PS4 one?
Because
I
you're
guess the
paying now,
Xbox
right?
would be the same. Yeah, you got to pay.
Yeah.
Now. But I don't think they've ever said how much it costs.
I think it's just a continuation of what you pretty much pay at the moment anyway. So
But yeah, but PS4 is the first to charge. PS3 was free.
That's
yeah,
right.
the PSN network, yeah, and which is another thing. I mean, apparently there was so many sort of accounts being created at the
Oh
time
yeah,
of
it was
the
hacked
launch.
all the time.
It just got hammered, and it actually crashed. Would you like to go through the laundry list that is the enormity of some of the things that have happened with the PS4 launch?
I would love to hear
You
it.
would love to? Okay.
I
Glad-
would
glad
love
you
to
said
hear
that.
it.
So there was an issue with the HDMI pins. They were bent. Some of them were bent out of shape, and the connectivity wasn't up to scratch. I think one of the major, it might have been Kotaku, it might have been someone else, but one of the major sort of games review sites actually got one of these faulty PS4s. Some of them have been happening live on air whilst people are doing live streams. Like,
Wow.
Oh wow.
that's the thing. That 0.4%, that does represent what seems like a
Everyone
huge,
seems to be that 0.4%.
yeah.
That's the thing because of
Ben.
social media.
Yeah, it's social media. It's not the PlayStation.
Back
It's
away
social
from the
media.
microphone.
Because of social media now, everyone is that 0.4%. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I reckon it's also because everybody's playing them too. Like, it's not like they bought it and then they just kind of left it there. Everybody's like really keen.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Well, yeah.
And when
The
you
only
get one,
people
you're
who are
leaving it on for
complaining are the people
ages.
that can't play.
yeah.
It's like a reverse of
But that's-
Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah, and
We
then
are the
it's
point
shit.
four.
It's it's shit as well because if it does stuff up, you got to wait till like December to get another one, which would be so infuriating.
Or you could just get one from Australia, which hasn't released yet.
Yeah, that's basically just before November 29th, isn't it? So basically December.
That's a good
Fuck.
thing about it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what, you'd have to be pretty cruel to think that, Sony aren't sort of taking stock in what's happened overseas and gone, shit, you know what, we should probably, test if it's, down to one batch number or something that's just been sent overseas, or it was these unlucky people on the eastern seaboard or wherever it was released, or if they
Down
can
to that one
localize.
time Ron toured the Sony factory.
Yeah,
He started jamming HDMI cables into things.
yeah. Walking around with like electrostatic gloves and
Fuck you, Ben, and just stab it all.
Well,
I
you
only got
got me.
3.4% of them, but yeah, that's enough.
That's enough, that I've made my mark.
Ron's walking to the factory just hosing down bits of equipment with
I'm just gonna just dip this one chip in like a glass of water and then reinstall it. And then that'll really piss one kid off and I won't even care. And Ben, I hope it's you when you get it.
I'm not even getting it. But that's the good thing as well, because being in Australia, we get it a few weeks late. So hopefully, the US and all that, they're basically beta testing it for us. And then when we get ours, it's all
Oh
okay.
yeah,
but-
the software will be up to scratch.
Yeah.
But if there's some hardware problems, it's too late.
yeah.
And Apple goes through kind of the same thing as well. I mean, whilst they probably would do a whole lot of research and development and beta testing for that sort of stuff. I mean, they know as soon as like day one
Pure
release,
volume.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a numbers game. Pure volume. The amount that you're going to be doing, 0.4% really.
in the grand
That's
scheme
not
of things,
bad.
it's not that much.
That's not bad. When there's over a million pre-ordered. That doesn't even include the ones that are already, not pre-ordered, so they're bought. So really,
And ones that are accidentally sent out by Target or something. God, what a balls up that was.
yeah.
They
Good
won't
on
be
'em.
getting their renewal contract back again. Yeah. So yeah, there's a few issues. There was the HDMI. Apparently, one guy I read or saw on YouTube, his fan sounds like it's at Heathrow Airport, about to power
Oh,
up
wow.
and take off.
Because wasn't it true that when the 360 came out, it was actually one of the loudest consoles ever? And
My
think so,
first
yeah.
one was pretty loud.
we
yeah.
copped a lot of shit for it. I still have that one that Oh, actually, the one that was really loud was one of the ones I got the red,
Ring of
the Ring of Death, and swapped it, and the one I have now isn't loud, but that kind of sucks. Like, you would have thought that's like a problem that you'd want to fix like straight away, because that was huge with 360 and PS3 with how loud they were, because PlayStation was softer, but still, like, you know, they were pretty kind of, you could hear the that's just annoying.
Yeah.
But
I've still got the fat PlayStation, and when that's been on for like a couple of hours, that thing gets fucking loud.
And hot too.
just starts grinding.
My God, yeah. The thermal paste inside has dried up a bit, so it's not transferring the heat. So the fan shits itself and just goes into overdrive mode and thinks it's really hot, but it's not. So yeah.
Fuck.
Like, there's a case for it to be marketed as possibly the world's best, world's best and smallest home entertainment system integrated with a heater. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's really handy for like cold countries. So, anybody in Siberia, enjoy your PlayStation. Anybody in Antarctica?
You could actually leave your when I lived with this with my housemate, you'd be able to leave that front glass panel of the entertainment unit open, and just somewhat offset the temperature of the room by about a degree. All helps.
Yeah, when in winter here in Sydney, when I was doing like the cryptocurrency mining with the GPU, that was making shitloads of heat. I didn't have to turn the heater on in my room because it was on all the time.
Yeah.
If I kept my door closed, it completely warmed my room up.
Damn.
That's pretty cool.
Crazy.
That
really
bitcoins, and then you have to reinvest your bitcoins back into Integral Energy or
Pretty much.
Energy Australia, just to offset the amount of money that you spend on.
Not now.
Of the bitcoins, are you going
Price
to
has skyrocketed.
invest in one of the Bitcoin motherboards that they're bringing out now?
What the hell are bitcoins? Like, I know you guys talked about it before, and I've looked up some of the stuff, and then as soon as I see more than 2 words, like more than a paragraph, I'm not reading the rest of this.
You know how Mario runs around and he collects the coin?
Mm.
It's kind of like what Ben does.
Pretty much.
He dresses up in like
In plumber's gear,
blue overalls, yeah. He rides a dinosaur,
runs
And
about
he-
Sydney.
jumps up and punches brick squares that are just hanging in the air, and single coins come out of them.
Oh yeah, and they're blocks too. That's actually really clever. Yeah, the blocks. I didn't think of that. Oh,
You kill flying turtles.
yeah, sometimes.
There are some
We've all
turtles.
been there. We've all been there.
Anyway, it's just another form of currency.
Okay,
It's a completely made-up currency.
Yeah, it's digital.
But you got to
but
work
how's
for
it?
It's like Monopoly money, but somebody actually gave it a real world value.
Right.
Anyway, well, I won't go into it now just because it'll take way too long to explain it properly. So, yeah.
Oh no,
Moving along.
we have time.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's the PlayStation 4. We'll
Good
find
old
out.
PS4. Yeah, well, I guess we'll earmark this as a point in time when we were all so smug and sitting there going,
If it goes smoothly, I'm going to be so fucking shitty.
But that's the thing, like,
I'm going to go over to people's houses, just start smashing them. Tweet that it was broken when you opened the fucking box.
You're just going to see all the deliveries on people's doorsteps and shake it.
I'll tell you what, though, if you were an opportunistic thief, though, and you sort of had your ear to the ground in terms of, like, these console releases, you could, like, wait outside. You could kind of be in the Ron market and just wait out the back of some place with a vacant truck and just mug everyone as they come out and give me your PlayStation. I'll fucking stab you.
You'd be clever.
There was,
And then just, next thing you know, you're off to Parkley Markets or you're off to, Flemington.
Offloading him.
Get your
there was
consoles.
one of
get your
those
consoles.
wine companies used to deliver boxes of wine. It was an internet company.
Right.
Oh, really?
And there was this one street that I remember hearing a story about. A lot of people in the street would get wine delivered, but it got delivered during the day, and the high school in the street finished before people got home. And so all of a sudden there'd be a lot of drunk teenagers and no one was receiving their wine, which was sitting in their driveway or doorstep because the company left it there.
The detective in me needs to put one and one together and go, hang on, something's amiss here.
Yeah.
That's a 300% increase in complaint calls that people haven't got their wine. God. Yeah. No, I suppose in terms of the end of generation, one of the things that I had was a story on Kotaku about how do you say goodbye to the Xbox 360 era? You blow one up with C4. So they put a block of C4 on a 360.
What if I want to play Red Dead again?
Yeah, that's true.
You got to pay the extra $9.
That's it.
What?
Straight to
What, you
eBay,
can-
buy yourself a second hand.
I thought there was some kind of new thing that, you know, you could walk into a store and you'd give them the game and they'd run it through a machine and it suddenly became backwards compatible or something like that.
Oh, that's totally,
No,
that's
I
totally
think
going to work.
there's something where if you own it, you can buy a digital copy. Isn't there?
Oh, cool.
I couldn't tell.
I don't know.
I'm old school, man. I still buy everything in its physical form, tangible,
Yeah, you need a physical copy.
in my hand. In my
Yeah.
hand.
Just like when PlayStation took the piss out of Xbox's new policies, where it's like,
Oh, yeah.
this is how you, this is how
Share a
you,
game.
yeah, share a game, and then there, and I was just like, oh, you smug motherfuckers, I'll fucking rip your fucking cocks off you. Like, even though we changed, but like, oh, and like the whole crowd's like, like Ben would have been.
I can find the humor
Sorry.
in that. I can find the humor. I see what you've done
So
there.
this- but yeah, like I always think like a physical copy is better. You can actually lend
It's funny as well when they had the launch in the US. You know how every time there's like the midnight launch and there's always the big queue, and someone will always buy one and then smash it in front of like everyone else. You know how like they kind of do that?
That's a good segue.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good
Oh,
segue.
okay.
Kotaku.
Well, the
did
guy
a-
did it. The guy did it, and then like literally like 2 minutes later, the queue was moving that quick that no sooner had he smashed it up that the people outside that had seen it were gone inside, picked up their one, and then walked out again and was like, "Yeah, you smashed yours up as if we were going to be waiting here for ages and we're going to
Yeah.
get all jealous." We were back outside within like 2 or 3 minutes, walking past you with our one in our hand, and you just smashed yours on the ground, sort of
Wait,
thing. Like,
Is that
Yeah.
why he does it? He does it just to, you know, just to fuck with people.
Yeah, because some
Oh,
people
yeah,
are
it's
It's like,
standing
it's
in the
like
line
Will
for
It Blend though.
hours.
WillItBlend.com or whatever it's called.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's just like, you know, I've got my copy, like my console. You guys are going to be waiting in the queue for like hours or whatever because
Yeah,
it just
and then he
takes so long
smashes
to
it
do
then.
it. Smashes it then. You go, oh, you know, make everyone jealous, and then really,
Kinda
because
like
you've already
if-
bought it, you've already paid for it. You get your little ticket thing. So you walk inside, hand them the ticket, they hand you the box, you walk out, sort of thing.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's more
no
efficient
sooner
now.
had he, yeah, exactly.
Kind
So
of
I
like
thought
if
that was
I had a
pretty
bucket
funny.
of chicken, Ron, and just took one bite and then threw it away.
I would fucking murder that guy. If I saw, like, the thing is, if he did it with the leg piece, and he like,
Drumstick.
like took a bite, yeah, and he just chucked it,
Just
I
one
wouldn't give a
bite.
shit.
Whatever, who
Yeah.
cares?
That wouldn't bother me.
Thigh
But
piece though.
yeah, if he did it with a thigh, I would strangle him right
Sure,
there,
okay,
and
yeah.
I would save all the other pieces of chicken. I'd have to save them from him, and you know, and I would take that thigh that was on the floor, I would dust it off, and I would eat it.
Probably
I would
still
give
eat
it a
it.
good hurl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you get an extension on the 3-second rule with KFC.
Yeah, yeah. They're
'cause of
too
the
good to
skin.
lose.
Yeah. The skin
Way too
protects it
good.
a lot, I've found.
The skin has got magical healing powers.
Now, it's funny when you mentioned that that guy smashed out with that PS4 because, you know, not to be outdone, Kotaku went and put a PS4 in a microwave just to see how long it could withstand the the powers of a microwave. Turns out 1 minute 44. So
Will they do that
Actually, impressed
next
I've got a
week with
microwave
the?
that big.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
call
that's a big
actually.
one.
what was that?
I'm impressed they've got a microwave that can fit a PS4 in it.
It's a
My one can
walk-in
barely
microwave.
put like a plate
All the unboxings I've seen though, the PS4 isn't that hefty a bit of kit compared to the Xbox One.
I know. Even with the internal power brick as well.
That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Engineering.
I can make a positive out of
Hey,
anything.
Ben.
Though. It probably means it's got a bit better airflow.
Don't start bragging yet. Brag next week. Brag when you should be bragging, Ben. But not now. Not now.
So are we going to see you or Gav lining up at midnight?
I'm in two minds. I've got mine. I mean, if I can be bothered to, make my way through the hipsters and homeless of Newtown in order to get to Broadway, then yeah.
How do you tell which one's which?
That's it. Yeah. That's the best website going around. That is hipsterorhomeless.com. Yeah, hot or not, hipster or homeless. Yeah. I mean, I'm tempted. I mean, it's the Friday, so hopefully no one at work sees this. Oh, I can feel myself going down with something on Friday. Oh, dear. Yeah. Mind you, I've got a Bucks party on Saturday night, so unfortunately, I probably might not be able to give it too much time until after that. And even then,
We
I'm
could
going
do
to
a live unboxing.
I probably will be doing an unboxing. Yes.
Cool. Hey Ben, are you going to do one with the PS4?
I'm not getting one.
Really? What?
Definitely not at launch day
Why?
or anything.
Yeah, he's all about that
'Cause
Xbox now with us guys.
Wow.
It's crossed over.
Really? But he still actively pays out the Xbox any chance he gets. Any chance.
Yeah, but
That's
it's all,
not out of spite.
it's all in the name of good marketing, though.
Because once he hands over that money,
Yeah,
that's where the money
right.
comes from. But until he hands that money over,
Aha.
right up until he hands it over, he'll be bagging it out.
I cannot
Doesn't
wait.
even scan well.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, it's going to make clan battles and squad battles on Ghosts. It's going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
With the Xbox.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet.
Why? What, you do cross platform?
I don't know if you're getting an Xbox as well, and everyone
Well,
else.
Oh, yeah.
All four of us can play. We can all hold hands.
Yeah, literally.
I'll show you my killer moves.
Our dogs can play together and everything. It's going to be great.
Awesome.
No one else has had any more exposure to Call of Duty Ghosts, though, have they? Apart from me, a week and a bit on.
I got a few people sending me
I haven't-
pictures of it.
I haven't played it since our last podcast.
I'm still.
I want to get a refund somehow.
Wow. I'm still that guy who, I'm probably if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it for next gen because I can't get it now and then just play a fuckload of it now and then.
4 days.
Oh. Yeah.
Well,
So-
that's assuming you get a console at launch, but
That's true.
day one edition, got my bad boy. Yeah.
What do you get
Have
for free?
you pre-ordered one?
No, I never pre-order. I don't believe in
Oh.
pre-ordering.
Which mate, it's not like Santa Claus.
You're not going to get one then.
Hey?
You will not get one on that
All
day.
no way. No, all the
Oh, well,
stock is completely gone.
Well, I'll probably just play GTA 5
Even for
online.
the little
I'm
stores.
still like playing that, so
Yeah.
hey,
As far as I know, like,
Even for the
I don't-
little stores, they each get some.
yeah.
I'll probably have to go to one of those.
Yeah.
I'm just not a pre-order guy.
Yeah.
Dude,
The only
you're
thing
gonna-
I've ever
you're
pre-ordered
s-
was
At this rate, you're going to have to go to Chinatown at 3 a.m. and have to do some rather sordid things just to even get a sniff at getting an Xbox One.
hey. I think I've got enough fucking Samsung Galaxy
That is true,
behind
yeah.
me to swap. I think I know my way around Chinatown well enough.
I was
If
there
I want to
today,
get rid
actually.
of these by next
I
month.
should have kept my eyes open. I was there today just for a bit of yumcha, but
You can see the Samsung Galaxy stand there.
Yeah. Was it empty? Because this is where they are.
funnily enough, I did see a Samsung guy like standing there scratching his head, wondering where all his stock went.
Yeah. Sorry.
Standing next to an empty truck, crying and trying to tell some sort of story to a policeman. He looks quite distressed, poor guy.
I wore a mask. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. That's what I was meant to say. I didn't mention anything about a mask.
Chris, hit us with a topic. Go.
A topic.
Yes.
All right. Have you guys heard about the geo-blocking that Australian government is going to start doing?
What is that?
You don't know what that is?
Geo-blocking.
That's
So I imagine
geo-blocking.
it's some sort of restriction of something, maybe internet
Yeah,
access or
it's
something.
to do with like video games and locking content and stuff. Kind
Right.
of like, you know how some DVDs won't work?
Region
It's got
codes,
region
maybe.
coding.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
what this is. And the Australian government's going to do it to help out anti-piracy measures. But it's coming at a cost, which makes the games even more expensive and restrictive.
So take me
How much are
through
we
it.
talking?
Oh, I mean, it's all up to they're voting on it, I guess soon. They're talking about it. But it's one of the things that the government wants to bring in.
That's so
Which is
fucked.
gonna
We already
suck.
had the most expensive games.
I know.
And
It's going
it's
to be
like, oh, no.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
And it
take
took
me
us
through
forever
it.
to get a rating system.
Yeah.
Does it
And now
detail?
they're going back on the games that they rated anyway. Spending more money. It's terrible.
Does it detail what it is in any way? Because at the moment, it just sounds like another safeguard that is only as
It's-
good until
well,
someone gets
I think-
cracked.
With the rating system and all of the region locking and stuff, most people were still buying stuff from overseas
Yeah.
and getting it anyway, and pirating it and stuff. And this is just going to completely kill that. You're only going to be able to buy it if they do enforce geo blocking. You can only buy it from Australia. It won't work. So it's just going to completely isolate us from everything.
Unless you just run it through a VPN and say you're in the US or whatever, like everyone
Well-
does now with Battlefield 4 when it was released. They
For
were
a split
playing it.
second, Ben, I so thought you were going to say, you can avoid that by getting a PS4.
Well, besides that, 'cause obviously that would fix everything.
So
yeah, you just have
must
like a
be a joke.
VPN.
There must be a joke sort of like embargo where we can no longer make those type of jokes anymore. I think we've eclipsed that now. No,
Oh, damn, my topic's going to be fucked then.
your topic.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay,
His single topic.
your one topic.
We'll get to it eventually.
What is the question or topic? How much mileage can we get out of Ben supposedly bashing on Xbox One users? Is that the question?
No, it's actually not. It's actually not. It's
Ron's
nothing
actually
when
gone
you're-
out and bought a PS4 and he was just going to smash it in front of Ben.
Anyway.
Chris.
No, with that topic that Chris is on about though, in terms of DVDs ran into that issue a few years ago when they were all region coded and stuff, but there was some legislation, I can't remember what country it was passed in, but it sort of set a precedent that it was deemed to be anti-competitive.
Well, yeah, but this is the thing. Now the government's in. It's not a company doing it. And it's going to be even worse than the region locked. It's just,
That's fucked.
yeah, it's just a massive price gouge and isolating everything.
But the anti-competitive, just like the anti-competitive acts came through from the government even back then when the DVDs were out. Because what manufacturers were doing, they were region coding their machines.
Oh, yeah,
Thus
like
eliminating any
manufacturers
sort
did
of
it.
free trade that you might have with another country like Amazon and bringing stuff in from overseas, which impacts
Yeah.
the import-export market and push domestic prices up, if anything.
Oh, yeah, it's just going to go crazy if it goes through. I'm not sure if there's any way to stop it, but I guess there's some petition or anything. It'd be good to stop it. That's what.
Yeah, somehow I just don't think it registers in comparison to like things like climate change and carbon tax. And
Yeah.
what do we want?
Well,
The stopping of
yeah.
geotagging on rated games. When did we want it? Well, soon, because
No.
Soonish.
Is there a comparative to what we pay for games around the world? We'd have to be up there though,
It's
surely.
one of the most
Oh,
expensive.
we're the most.
Yeah.
But then people try and then compare it to what our average minimum wage is, which is apparently considerably higher than everywhere else. So they say, well, you pay more because your minimum wage is considerably more, where in the US it's cheaper, but their minimum wage is less. So
That's less as well.
like pound for pound sort of thing. But I think like at face value there, like that does make sense. But if you look into it deeper, like it's a bit facetious and actually doesn't quite work out sort of thing. Like,
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
the thing is, we'd be the only country that has it, so it's just stupid.
yeah.
If
No,
every
yeah,
other
well,
country was
yeah.
doing it, but it's just crazy.
Mm.
Jeez. As my
'Cause I
brother
think
would
there's
say,
that cork
it's as gay as a bucket of dicks.
But like that's right. Isn't like a usual brand new release price something like it could be from 80 to about 120, something like that, depending on where you get it from. Because like actual game stores will have like $100, $90, that about that. And what in America they pay like 60 for brand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, when I heard that, I'm like, oh Christ, really? And but now like we're apparently starting to do like way better. Like JB Hi-Fi new
Yeah,
releases.
what,
They put out,
78, 80?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
and
yeah.
fucking Target now is
64
Yeah.
for they price matched JB Hi-Fi. JB Hi-Fi price matched Target on Ghosts. I got it for 64.
And
Wow, that's cheap.
Assassin's Creed 2. I mean 4. But you know, Assassin's Creed 2 as in TOO. But yeah,
Surprise fans.
yeah, like they're down to like $64 like on day of release, and it was like, oh, shit.
Just unheard of, which is quite literally half price.
Yeah,
Basically, when the consoles were launched, games were selling for $120.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they could charge that, and people would buy it.
And EB,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever bought a game from there that hasn't been around about $100.
Yeah, and they also have like the anti-scratch like insurance or whatever.
$5.
So then
Take
you
that on.
yeah.
Yeah, because I play Frisbee with my discs as well, and
Yeah.
when I'm not playing it,
I'm totally playing fetch with my dog.
yeah.
I need somewhere to
Let's
rest
get
my
on my
drink.
team.
Put it on my
Gonna
Call
make
of
it
Duty
rain.
coaster. Yeah, make it rain. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of crappy considering, the disparity between the American and the Australian dollar isn't all that much, and yet
Yeah.
there's not
Yeah,
We're getting
that's
right.
crazy.
there's not 20,
Like
30%.
that new iPhone is supposed to be cheap, and it still costs $600 here.
Yeah.
Good luck, folks. Mind you, I will investigate when I'm there next month. See what.
We might have to put in orders if they're going to geo-block stuff. We'll just get you to buy up everything, drag it over.
If they do bring that in, though, then,
Geo-block.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
that means
that-
it won't
before it comes in. Like if they go,
Oh,
we're coming in March 2014.
Gee, you'd hate to think that that'd be like retrospective, though, wouldn't you? Like if it was sent out via like an update from the console saying don't play games.
People would be screwed.
Yeah, that'd suck.
Oh, well, that's the thing. That's where the whole DRM problem comes in because, if you're not connected to the internet, you can't play, so then you can't get the update. Just like a
Well,
massive vicious
You
cycle.
say that so
Circular logic.
smug, Ben.
Yeah,
you
I did.
say that
I did.
so smug.
That's because everyone at the time was like, "Oh, DRM, yeah. So what's the big deal?" Sort of thing. Who cares if
I
you have
hated
to be
it.
connected to the internet the whole time? That is why. So
Yeah,
when
no,
shit like this
I-
happens,
I actually I agreed. So
yeah.
And speaking of DRM, have you guys heard Renault is going to bring something similar to DRM into their cars?
Really?
really,
Yeah.
Well, you need to be connected to the internet to drive, or
I don't
Yeah.
know what it is.
But the
Some
ni-
kind of digital rights management system.
if,
And
if you
It's-
like don't have a Wi-Fi connection, the brakes stop working.
I'm not
I
sure
think
if it's
more to do with like the car when you go to the mechanic, so it'll like dob on
they
you.
download the data or something. Yeah,
yeah,
that's like
it's gonna
the,
be
the,
like-
All right.
yeah, the Nissan GTR. Like it can tell if you've been thrashing it, sort of thing. So when you take it to go get serviced or a warranty, they check through the computer like a little black box everything
Wow.
that you've done. And if it's like, well, you've been redlining it for like 2 minutes straight, no wonder the engine's fucked. So yeah, we're not paying for shit.
Your car's
Yeah.
computer basically dobs in on you.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, we're only a heartbeat. We're only a heartbeat away from the cops being able to access that information. Like, just pretty much walk up to your car after they've pulled you over and just do a quick sort of scan on a barcode on your wing mirror or something, and go, "Oh, I see you've broken the law at least 15 times before I've pulled you over today. I'm
Well,
going to give you
you gotta have
15
there was that whole-
speeding tickets."
Yeah, there was the whole conversation where I think it was mainly just rumor, but still it was kind of valid in a way, where they were saying they were trying to then try to be able to access people's iPods to see if they had pirated music on there.
Oh, yeah, when you're
what?
leaving the country. No,
Yeah.
when you're coming into the country. They wanted to scan people's iPhones and laptops for pirated software and multimedia.
But not that
Because anything
anybody
over 100 songs, I think,
steals.
means you're a dealer or a pirate.
You're a trafficker.
Yeah.
Commercial grade music. Oh my God.
Hey, look, here's the truth. If the music that was out there now was worth buying, I would buy it. There it is.
There is something
Just
to
think
that.
about it. Just think about it for a second.
But I
Just-
go to all
just-
the gigs if I like it. Yeah, that doesn't quite work. But yeah.
I actually, yeah, if the music's worth it, you should buy it, definitely. Always
Yeah.
buy it if it's
Oh,
worth
for
it.
sure.
Support the artists.
Yeah. Put some money in their pockets for like making something decent.
That's interesting though. I mean, like for how and Stephen Fry went did a talk at the iTunes Festival probably about 4 years ago, and his notion was that, you know, if you make it easy for people to you know, access the bands or the artists that they like, and you put it at a price point that, you know, isn't so ridiculous that you know, they make an example out of anyone that decides to download music illegally or whatever, then people will still, you know, make the choice. For the most part, people will still make the choice to buy the music.
Yeah.
I know if I know,
Make them want to buy it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because that was
it.
Kid Rock or whatever. He just charges $6 for his concert tickets now.
Hey, but that's what he's worth.
Yeah.
The thing is, like,
That's still pretty expensive. Might as well be charging $600 and no one's going to buy it. So.
yeah. But you know, that's a good step. But like, the thing is, for a live show, I mean, any kind of live show should be more than like, you know, or depending on who it is, should be more than like $10 at least, you know.
yeah.
But for the actual album, I mean, he can, well, in Kid Rock's case, I don't know if anybody who actually listens to this likes Kid Rock. So, if what's that disclaimer you usually say, Gav?
The views and opinions
The views and
represented by Ron.
opinions of this person called Ron are not necessarily representative of the QuadFeed podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Kid Rock
Yeah,
shouldn't
why?
make
Safety
any more
wise.
music. That should be it. He shouldn't make any more music. And
With all due respect, that means I can say whatever the hell I want if I say with all
Yeah.
due respect.
No offense, but the international prefix for I'm about to say some controversial shit, so deal with it.
yeah, and that's the same thing with I'm not trying to be racist. I'm not racist.
God.
But and then boom, the next thing they say is
Spoiler
massively
safe.
racist. They just say something fucked up. But
But if I like a song, I'm not gonna, you know, and it's a song, or if it's a song that, you know, I don't feel like committing to the entire album. My first destination isn't to go to, you know, uTorrent or wherever to download a song. In the grand scheme of things, $1.19 makes zero difference to me. So I'm going to find the song on
Well,
iTunes.
I think
Money
a
bags.
lot of it is actually people have an objection to the iTunes where
Culture?
you can't actually trade it to your friends, and you can't.
oh, I'm sorry, what?
You don't actually physically own it, so they can take it away from you.
Yeah, if you buy it through iTunes, how much is going to the artist? They may only make, if it costs $1.19, how much does the artist get? If it's only 10 cents, then what's the point of buying it? If you want to support the artist, how much is actually going to the artist?
But would the alternative be better in, you know, buying it in a retail setting where you've got to pay for, you know, rent on the store that's selling it to you, the person that's
Yeah.
behind
Well,
the counter
yeah,
that's
that's
scanning
the
it
thing.
in?
Remember when a CD was $30? Remember when a CD was $30?
That's it.
Back in the day.
And so, and same thing with iTunes as well. Okay, yeah. Say you buy songs through iTunes, you put them on your iPhone. What about when you want to buy a Samsung phone? what about all your songs on iTunes then?
Yeah, you can't trade
Pretty
it.
fucking useless, aren't they?
I don't have any songs on my phone. My phone's a Samsung.
Yeah.
But
So-
again, well, that comes down to the sort of grand scheme of things of, you know, a device or a company wanting to be part of your lifestyle
Like, yeah.
and make it.
It's interesting that. So it's part of just like a licensing thing, whereas
Bruce
we
Willis
mentioned
tried to
this
take
a
it.
while ago was when PlayStations were being sold or Xboxes or whatever, the actual cost of making them was more than what they were being sold for. And it's basically
Really?
a licensing thing because you want the hardware in a home, like Blu-rays. You want that hardware in a home because people are going to be buying Blu-rays.
Yeah.
So
and they'll buy
that's where they
Sony
make up-
Blu-rays.
Your,
Yeah, that's where they
your
make up the
annuity stream
difference.
is the peripherals and the games. That's
Yeah.
that's how Xbox has done it.
Like-
and I think I
Like a
might say-
PlayStation controller costs of like, they're still like $50 for a PlayStation controller.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
I very.
So,
How much do you
very-
reckon they should be?
that's- It's not that
Well, it
much.
depends
20
how many
bucks.
you smash in
That'd be
frustration.
Yeah.
How many do you break?
I haven't broken a single one. I'm just saying, if you want a
I've broken
second
a couple.
controller,
You leave them on the floor and you step on them.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I find that hard to believe to the point where you don't know where these things can rebound or bounce up to. Like the amount of times that you hear in the background of, if I'm going to use an example, I suppose Wings is probably an example, but you'll hear like the distinct sound of plastic hitting a wooden floor at a high rate of knots, and it's like, damn, that's the fourth control I've broken.
Well, some of them actually, I've had a few where they've bounced off the floor and they work forever. And you've just got one where your little cousin will come over and put some food on it and it's just never worked the same again.
It's the equivalent of like when a tennis.
They dropped a piece of bread on it. It's like, oh, it's fucked. You got the crumbs in there, you little shit.
Yeah, something like that.
I do have to ask you guys though, on this topic, if like Gav, Chris, you guys have broken your controllers, right?
Never.
Oh wait, you haven't.
No, that's what I don't understand. It's like, seriously,
we're not 8 years old anymore.
why is the
People
controller
do it.
some sort of consumable
My
like
brother.
toilet paper?
Yeah, it's
Why
just...
out of all that? I mean, if it costs $60, which is the cost of some games, why when I'm so pissed off don't I frisbee the game across the room?
Oh, it's not like being pissed off. Sometimes I'm just lazy, like, it's still on my hand while I'm walking out of the room. I'll just throw it onto the couch and it doesn't make it or it ricochets off the
I
couch.
don't have that busier
Unappreciative then.
lifestyle.
Unappreciative then. You'll stand and you'll place
yeah.
gently the couch and know because it
Sometimes
costs
I'm
$60.
just that angry that I'll be like, you know what, I want to smash something worth $60.
Yes, Mum, I will go to bed
$60.
now. Rah!
Exactly.
Coming from a person who's just spent the last week playing Call of Duty Ghosts, I can attest that there have been many a time when, if I didn't think a $60 controller meant anything to me, I would have chucked this thing out the window into oncoming traffic. But even now, I haven't got to that point yet. So
Yeah, this game's not going to break
It will.
me.
It'll come.
it'll
One
come.
day
Well,
you'll just...
yeah,
I'll get a message from you just like that. It came, that moment.
Hey,
or it'd be like, sorry
Chris,
guys,
I-
can't play this weekend. Totally raged. My controller is now on Parramatta Road somewhere.
hey, I just love how Chris has got his money-specific, like destruction quotas, where basically, what was it, $60, $60, not 61, not 49, wait, not 59. Fuck me, I'm bad at math. I've been counting all day, all right?
I was going to say,
Yeah,
I thought
$60
some sort
on
of
the dot.
some sort of logistics.
You've been
is
counting
involved
all day.
behind
Didn't you say you did 4 today?
No, I sold 4 today.
Oh, so, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shifty bastard. You shifty,
That was
shifty
just funny.
bastard.
I've been counting all day. I was like, wait, you only did 4 today. Anyway.
Ron, give us your wonderfully crafted singular topic, and I'm waiting here with bated breath.
It's actually TV related, because and game related. South Park actually just released a
Ooh.
2-parter episode about the console wars
Right.
/ Game of
Awesome.
Thrones,
Oh,
and
yeah, that was...
and they're all dressed up as their characters from their upcoming game, Stick of Truth.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Is it? Yeah, Stick of Truth. So like they're all in their characters.
Which has
guide.
been
They're all
delayed again.
Yeah, and I think they're going to touch on that. Maybe not. But they'll probably mention it tomorrow, next week in the second episode. But yeah, right now, it's pretty funny. They talk like basically the kids.
Wait,
are
how
split
funny
up.
is it? Like the World of
It's
Warcraft?
almost like, yeah, almost, but it's not as quick because that was only one episode. So it was like boom, 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 boom. Here's all the jokes. This is a two-parter, and like all the kids split up. All the kids basically have split up because half of them like PS4 and half of them like Xbox, and there's a way that they can get them super cheap, and Cartman obviously leads everybody into rallying up together, and they're all going to do it together, and then and he's Xbox.
Oh,
He's right, by the way. But and Stan wants PS4, but he doesn't want.
how like Ben of him.
Hey,
I said how like Ben of him.
exactly, Ben. But yeah, no, that's basically why it came back up, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. I think you guys should check it out. And
Yeah, I'll have to see that.
yeah, I think it only came out like last Wednesday or something like that. But the fact that they're doing it on the console wars is fucking hilarious. They're probably like right at the end, just like the end of the Guitar Hero episode. You are thanks. Just like straight up there. Even the two guitar guys on the screen, they're like, and they just put their hands down. They just stare at you, and they're like, oh, okay, is that it? Fuck. There's probably going to be something like that, but I know that they're gamers, so
If their game doesn't have that in there, I'll be disappointed.
It might
We've
actually
definitely got
be
to
the
check it
first
out.
episode of South Park that I've watched ever since season 1. Season
Really?
2.
Wait,
you haven't watched
you haven't seen the World of Warcraft one? You have to check that
Oh,
out.
you got to see
No.
that.
That one's actually really funny, that one. That one's
So
funny.
you wouldn't know that guy that won the cosplay competition. You wouldn't have known what he was dressed like.
Had I seen it,
Just
yeah,
off
probably
like
I would have
the
been
player
completely
from
befuddled
World of
going,
Warcraft.
what's this in reference to?
Wait,
Full
was somebody
committed to the
dressed up
bit.
as...
He like shaved his head. He was like overweight with the grey shirt with stains on it, walking around with the table with a mouse and
shit,
and
that
all
guy.
the food on it. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Oh, that's from the South Park World
Yeah.
of Warcraft episode.
He went to a convention like that and just walked around
What
and
a
then went into
champion.
competition.
With
It was
authentic
awesome.
stains, no doubt.
What a fucking champion. That is
think
great. Like, I never
And
thought
I
of that.
I think I saw a photo. I'm not sure if I'm just imagining this or not, but I'm pretty sure there was a photo of him with that Jessica Negri
Negri,
cosplay girl.
maybe.
So there was this like one boner killer and one boner generator sort of thing, like right next to each other, and it was very
Confused
confusing.
penis.
Yeah,
Do you
Who
want me
was
to
this
spell
girl?
Jessica for you this week, Ron?
yeah.
You're okay with that?
No, he was the one who
Bus.
couldn't spell. That's what blew my mind. I can spell. Not
I was
very
in a
well,
live
but I
stream.
can spell.
I was in a live
I
stream
bet-
with him last night, and
yeah?
one of the other guys made reference to it. It's like, because obviously it was all typed out and stuff. It was like, do you want me to get you? Do you need me to help you spell Jessica? And it's like, well, it's pretty much just typed right there, so I'm gonna just go copy and paste. So. Rishi,
I was just so shocked.
don't feel bad, mate. Don't feel bad, Rishi.
Hey, Rish, champ, like, something happened. My brain exploded when that happened. I was flabbergasted. And I never used the word flabbergasted. I was fucking flabbergasted.
Do you want me to help you spell
Oh,
flabbergasted?
No, I can figure it out.
Okay, cool. Rishi, it's
But I do have one-
That gave me a headache.
What's he doing?
Where's he going?
I think he's seen her website. He's taking a bathroom break.
For fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
Well, I was going to add some more news, but I want to wait for Ron because it's
Pertinent
Kinda-
to his knowledge.
yeah. Okay, well, I'll talk about one other more thing just
Yeah.
very quickly. Fallout 4 has been trademarked. So
Awesome.
Fallout 4, that was
That's
just
gonna be
announced a
awesome.
few hours ago. So
Did I see
Um,
No
that?
hopefully not-
details in the game.
sorry, no, nothing. So I mean that's either they're renewing it or it's in development or what. But you know, it could come from the same source that said that Half-Life 3 was also trademarked as well. So who knows?
Saints
Which is
Row 1.
false.
It's
Mind you, that very source is sitting right next to you, technically on screen. So who's
Yeah.
to know where these fucking sources come from? Jesus. Did I see an announcement about a few people were getting a bit sort of frisky at the prospect of Uncharted? On the
Uncharted
PS4.
2.
On the PS4. Like whatever iteration it would be on the PS4.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. I own Uncharted 2, but it's actually still sealed in the plastic. I haven't actually played it yet. It came with the PlayStation. Apparently it's fantastic, so I should probably play it.
I look forward to your review.
Yeah. So what are they up to now? I know there's 3. I'm guessing 4 is going to come out on PlayStation 4.
Stay tuned, viewers, for Ben's in-depth report on
I'll
how
just
much
read
he's
another
enjoying
one.
Uncharted 2.
Oh.
Hopefully it's as good as Chris's Saints Row 1 review. We shall see.
Still haven't played that game yet.
He's back.
It doesn't exist to me.
You haven't played Saints Row 1 yet? God.
Oh,
No one
hey,
has.
we're back on a Saints Row. Cool.
Oh,
Well,
hey. Just
Ben-
very quickly, my
Ben
other
had,
news.
other stuff as well, yeah.
Yeah, just very quickly. Console wars over. Consider it over, and PlayStation 4 has won because Pornhub has pledged to fully support the PlayStation 4, so it's going to work perfectly to stream your porn on the PlayStation 4.
As we
I
know.
Oh
have just
shit!
made
No,
my
that's
decision.
it. That's it. You guys just won. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I can see.
won.
That's it. That is like the most perfect way to just be like, these are our users. These are the people who go onto our sites. Are the people who are on.
Seriously,
like,
that's what it
game.
takes for you, Ron? Like one console or one company to show allegiance to a porn
Finally,
site? And you'll
people
Oh, no, no, no,
answer the
it's-
surveys.
It's not just because it's just like one company who did it that is showing full support. It's because it's a porn company that's doing it. If it was anybody else, if it was like, I don't know, the guys who made TVs or some shit, like, well, you know, or cars, some massive company, that Branson guy, Trump, I don't know, whoever, they're just like, no, I think the PlayStation 4 is better. No, it was Pornhub. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
And they have
Pornhub
some
is the
quality
barometer
stuff.
for all measures of greatness. And
Haven't you ever filled out one of those marketing surveys? And they just ask you what
one?
can make this better. What do you write? Porn. Porn always makes it better. They finally read those things.
It'll always help. Have you ever sat there on Pornhub and it says like share on Facebook, share on Reddit, or share on Instagram or whatever? That this is your favorite site. Have you
It's
seen
funny.
that shit? It's like,
it's
tell
funny
your
you touch
buddies
on
that
that.
you like this video.
It's
That's
funny
hilarious.
you touched on that
So
because
wait,
Woody...
On the Facebook, would that get reported or flagged?
No.
I haven't done it.
Yeah, Ron seemed to come through perfectly fine, so I guess it's fine.
Woody touched on that in the most recent PKA, funnily enough.
Oh, really?
How he was just thankful there was a confirmation that came through saying, "Are you sure you want to share this to your Facebook or Twitter feed or something like that?" It's like, Jesus, can you imagine the backlash?
Just reading that title over again. Just, oh, do I really want people to know this?
Well, Kyle had a good FPS. Kyle had a good remedy for that. It's like, you know what? If you do one, don't stop at one. Just like do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then
Like them all.
well, not so much that, but like, and then go, oh, don't, and then come back 10 minutes later saying, hey guys, yeah,
I
I
was
just reported
hacked.
it to Twitter and I was Facebook hacked. I've spoken to people on Twitter and everything's all fixed up and raring to go.
It was hacked, that's all it was. And then like 5 minutes later, immediately do it again.
Yeah. It was a
But
total
making
hack.
the videos getting progressively worse and worse.
Once it gets to animals, then say, by the way, wasn't hacked. This is all me. This is me, friends. This is me.
Mind you, though, I mean, if Sony are making a play for the lounge room as well, like the lounge room gamer kind of thing, you know, what sort of surroundings do you need to be on where like you're sitting there and you're like, oh, Mum, I'm just gonna watch a bit of Pornhub whilst before I go to bed. Like in the lounge room whilst Mum's
That's
sitting
what
there doing her
surround
knitting or
sound
whatever.
systems are made for.
Well,
That's what it was made. Is that when
Yeah.
you rub one out in the lounge room?
It's like you're actually there.
Or when the pizza guy rings the bell. We're like, oh shit.
These 3D glasses are great.
How do you
Come on
intend
in.
on paying for this pizza?
Did I get my extra sausage on that pizza? I asked for extra sausage.
Okay, before we go down a pathway which there is clearly no return from,
Oh, I'm very comfortable with this.
let's have a look. I might go to one of my random questions.
Well, I've got one which I think you guys might be interested in.
Or we could do yours.
Well, of course, the Powerhouse Museum.
No talking, Gav. No talking, Gav.
You were telling me to host before. He's turned into me now.
No, carry on. Please feel free.
It wasn't that you wanted me to host. Chris wanted to take the reins again.
Chris is doing next week's intro. It's going to be double-digit show, so you better bring your fucking A game.
What is it?
Don't drive it into the ground
It's going to
again.
be
Next week's
double
show
digits
is
to
show number
double
10.
digits.
Show number 10.
Well,
bitches.
I was just going to say, in December, the Powerhouse Museum is having a exhibition for video games. So I'm not sure if you guys want to check that out.
Well, that was a worthwhile interruption. I'll grant you that one. That would be so. They did that last year.
It was relevant.
They did do it last year, actually. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did they? I didn't
Or
hear
the year
about it
before.
last year.
Wait, is it just when they talk about games and history of it, or what do they do?
I think it's like
No,
an
I went
exhibition,
to
so
it.
it'd have...
I went to it.
Hmm?
Down in like
Anyway.
in the lower floor, they had like a semicircular ring of like a life-size sort of digital chessboard kind of thing, and then surrounding those there was like a semicircle ring of all the best sort of arcade games over the ages kind of thing, like
Playable?
sit down tabletop ones and Gallagher
Sweet.
and Asteroids and all that sort of stuff and Pac-Man. It was good. It was good.
That's pretty cool.
And I think it
Oh,
was
yeah.
free. If I'm correct in saying, I think it was free. It was just an exhibition piece.
Yeah.
I
Not
actually
sure what the Powerhouse
do remember
Museum-
hearing about it.
Yeah.
I do remember hearing about it, and I do remember that they, in addition to the old school games that they have there, comparisons of consoles, that kind of stuff, and its evolution, they also have this simulation booth where you go inside, you sit down, and you get the simulators basically for people who've never played console games before, what it's like to play online on Xbox Live, where you just sit down and you hear people
get
yell
verbally
faggot at you
abused.
over and over for about 5 to 10 minutes. Pretty intense.
Training simulator.
Yep. You want to buy a console? Sit in this booth and check it out.
Welcome to the Call of Duty simulator. Here you will be berated by 14-year-olds who claim to have slept with your mum. How you react to it is how fast you rank up. I fucking slept
See, that that would actually be cool if
Your
the
mum
COD
totally
people actually. You're gonna finish that sentence off?
Your mum's totally in bed. Your mum's great in bed. Yeah. Whatever, fuckwit.
Family show, hey.
Yeah. We touched on cars just before with the whole DRM thing. I'm in the market for a new car. What should I get?
Oh, how much you want to spend?
40. Bearing in mind, this is this will probably be a not, how can I put it? It won't be the skillsy kind of dream car that I will need to. I will have the opportunity to drive solely for myself. It's probably going to be a shared car, so it needs to be. It needs to
From a
address
dealership or a private sale?
dealership, but that shouldn't impact.
So brand new.
Yeah.
Are you sure you
it's
want to get
just-
the
I was gonna
depreciation?
say,
Well, or a deal or a demonstrator model. I don't know.
Even then. Anyway.
There's one test that you need to do, which is the
AIDS test.
steep driveway or speed bump test, which I did not do with my current car, and I am currently landlocked out of a lot of parking lots and stuff.
Oh,
It
fuck.
Scratches along the ground.
What? Because your exhaust goes low, or just the stiffness of
No,
your...
it's the front of the car. So
Yeah.
when there's like a multi-story car park, the weight shifts when you're on the ramp, and by the time you get to the bottom, it just like
Can't you put like some bags of cement in your boot?
Certain speed bumps, I'm guessing too, right?
Well, you need to just constantly drive around with 3 Lebanese guys in the car, so that as soon as you come up to a
That would
speed
make
hump,
it
they just get out and just like,
I get like stuck in the center on a speed bump. It'd just be like,
No, I saw a Vine the other day. It's like how Aussie guys drive over speed humps, and it's just a normal car, just like boom, boom, straight over. And it's like how Lebanese guys, like, these guys just get to the speed hump, and then 3 of the guys get out, and they're having to take like the speed hump at a diagonal angle. It's like, yeah, come on, and then just get back in it.
well, that's kind of what I have to do.
God.
I actually got stuck on a driveway trying to follow a Ferrari in. And they're like, no, Ferrari can do it, you can do it. And I got stuck.
Wait a sec, hold on. I just need to ask, what were you following the Ferrari for?
It was going into the driveway.
It was friendship by association, I think it was.
I thought it was like, I'm just going to follow this guy who owns a Ferrari. I'm just going to follow him.
Yeah,
Like, I
because
thought
the car's really low. So if he can get in there, I can get in.
No, they've got adjustable noses though. A lot of them. They've got
Well,
airbag
yes.
suspension in the front. The Lambos do.
For a split second, I thought you were following him around all day. And then you got to the car park or something.
Yeah, the one thing that brought you unstuck was a multi-story
Yeah,
car park.
that was the driveway, not the following.
Yeah, not the restraining order, not the taser, not the threats of police interaction.
Hey, restraining orders don't stop anybody. In fact, they bring you closer.
Scary.
It's another way of saying I love you.
Yeah, that's it.
It is.
Yeah,
It's official. It's an
the shorter
official
the
way.
distance that you have to stay away from them is the degree. It's a direct correlation between how much they love you. Similar to like exclusions from like public schools that Ron's got. 50 meters, those kids really love you.
That's visual distance.
As the crow flies, yeah. Unless like Ron's in his apartment just like with a pair of binoculars. Then it could be 200 meters, who knows?
At least as long as I'm at my place, I can still masturbate there without people making noises and freaking out.
Sorry, how did we get on from cars to you jacking off?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
It just naturally occurred, right?
So I'm I'm shortlisted like a Ford Focus or a
Ford Volvo, you mean?
a Ford Volvo. Yes, I'm aware.
Wait, what? I thought those were 2 different companies.
They are. They share an engine though. 5-cylinder. Is it still 5-cylinder?
2.5
okay.
litre 5-cylinder. Yeah.
I like that. We're getting into topics of cars, and Ron feels somewhat excluded.
Manual or
It's great.
automatic, Gav?
This fucking sucks. You
Talk
gotta start
amongst
fucking
yourselves,
talking
Ron.
about cars.
Talk amongst yourselves. Have a chat to Samsung over there.
Is it manual or automatic?
Well, it's going to be auto because down the track, I dare say it's going to go
Well,
to...
that excludes any Volkswagen or Audi cars.
Well, I can go Tiptronic.
No, but their gearbox is terrible. They're doing another recall on it.
Oh, I
Made
saw
in
that.
China.
That actually was a thing because it was specific to Volkswagen.
Yo, how you going?
Yeah. And Audi because they share the same gearbox.
I am just in the middle of doing the podcast thing.
Oh, are we?
But they're
Are we
talking about
interrupting you?
they're talking about cars. So I shit you not, they're actually talking about cars. So he's like, oh, he goes, yeah, he goes, talk amongst yourselves or some shit like that, and I fucking just pick up the phone and I give you a buzz. So they're talking about cars. What the fuck?
It doesn't have to all be about gaming, you mug.
No reference.
He's gone behind there because he's got a sheet behind that wall of Samsungs there. And you won't
I'm
find
going to
out.
call him now to see if he's actually on the phone.
Oh, that'd be hilarious if it just rings.
I missed jumping on a couple days back. I just got really busy.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen, for the biggest troll in history.
He's actually on the phone. Okay.
Well, yeah, that doesn't bode well. Yeah, so there was the Ford, either the Focus or a Mondeo.
Cool. Right, well,
You
Mondeos
got
are pretty
the
good.
Mondeo. It's very long.
I'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good car, but
I'm trying to.
where do you live in an apartment?
Probably watch it now.
So getting in and out of the tight car space.
Oh, but I won't be here forever.
Right, well, I'll catch up.
Well, I'm not going to buy this
no,
car
but I
with the
mean,
express,
you know,
with the express, concern that I need to stay here. I'll wait till Ron's come back. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Did we interrupt you at all?
No, I couldn't hear you guys, so my headphones. So I didn't hear anything.
It's funny because we could kind of hear you.
Oh,
Anyway.
really? Talking about cars.
Talking about cars. Well, it's the only way you're going to educate yourself.
Cars.
It's more than a thing to get you from A to B. Come on.
No, that's it. That is literally it.
So what's the go with this recall?
and
then?
drive-in movies.
Is it the DSG gearboxes that are apparently screwing up, or what?
Yeah, they just got really big problems with it.
The cogs don't
But-
swap and it just sends you careering into a tree at 900 k's an hour? Or?
I think it comes out of gear, and one guy got rear-ended because it popped out of gear and he didn't know,
Oh, matron.
and so his car slowed down without the brake lights coming on, and the car behind him just smashed into the back of it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So the brake lights didn't work either?
Well, he was accelerating. He thought he was driving,
Yeah.
but it didn't go anywhere. So he was just driving along,
Stuck in neutral.
and all of a sudden, it didn't do anything. But it costs more. I think somebody said before they did the recall, they were charging people $10,000 to fix it.
Fuck.
That's about right. Dad had to take his Mercedes into to get his done, and that was they were going to cost him 12.
Yeah.
But I mean,
massive.
geez.
Euro cars in Australia, not good.
Well, that was the one deterrent as well, because I mean, I like the look of a a Golf, and that practicality speaking, it's a good size and all that.
If you get a manual one, it's all right.
Yeah, but Sophie doesn't drive manual, so
You
unless
just have to tell her, this is saving $10,000.
I'm sure when issues of the checkbook come out, it'll be fine. Or I technically buy the car that I want right now, and then be chauffeur for the next couple of years, and then should we need a second car, Sophie gets her choice. I don't know, but I kind of shortlisted it down to the Volkswagen, although now I won't, considering it could be one of those 2.6 million cars which they recall them.
Well, yeah, it's a massive amount of cars.
It's a huge amount.
So you're getting a Volkswagen.
I'm sorry, what?
Volkswagen.
Was that your
You're
contribution? Was it?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I said, are you getting a Volkswagen?
Volkswagen. You know what? The other one was an Audi A3, ironically. I was like, typical. Won't be getting
Get a
that.
slightly older S3.
Or an S. Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
The S3, yeah, that's an awesome car.
Or do I go completely in the other direction and get like a 4 or 5 year old used car, and then hope that comes down to a price point that I can get as well? Yeah, maybe
Well,
like an automatic
type of
WRX
car
or
was it?
something.
Oh, you can't get an automatic WRX.
Can't you?
They're only manual.
When did that happen? Oh, what from 4
They've
or 5
always
years
been
ago?
manual.
From 4
They've always been manual because they're a racing version, so they just sell manual.
You can maybe get like an Impreza in automatic, but WRX model,
not the
no.
WRX.
Oh, I thought they were the same sort of variant.
The WRX is like the
a lot
sport
of those
version
cars,
of the Impreza.
Yeah. if
Oh, I
they're
know
the
that.
sports
No, I
version,
just thought
Yeah.
they did come in automatic.
I mean, maybe the new one might be automatic, but when I had one, you could pretty much, it was manual. I don't think they even offered automatic.
It's funny you say that because my brother sent me an ad the other day of one of the old models, I think like a 2000 model, which was in automatic, and it's like insanely rare, like factory automatic. They literally made like a handful of them.
Or was
So-
it just an automatic RS with a
No,
2.5.
No, it's like from like the factory, and he wanted like a
Oh, okay.
fortune for it because it was like factory automatic. Which really, if you're gonna get that car, you're not gonna get a fucking automatic, so it really defeats the whole purpose of it.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't even offered.
Yeah, no.
Although a lot of the cars that I've had, you just can't buy it in automatic.
Conversely, though, the FTA that your brother's got, Chris, majority of those were automatic. So I mean,
Oh, terrible automatics, terrible. 4-speed.
force feed. Although
Shocking.
you can definitely tell when an automatic GTI is coming up. A Volkswagen GTI is coming up behind you just because of that seamless gear change. He is hop, hop, hop. You can always tell when one's coming up.
Yeah.
Mm.
And an Audi TT, I suppose, in the same breath.
Yeah, same thing. It's because in the exhaust, it drops that little bit of fuel in the exhaust, so it gives it that note
Oh
when you
yeah, because
change
of the
gear.
turbo.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. So what dates do these recalls extend from? Is it pretty much an entire couple of years worth of cars?
I think
or?
it was. I'm not sure. I can find out for you. But...
Oh, I've got the link here. It was one of my topics because it was going to figure into my decision making. But Ron's glazing over here, so we might.
Oh yeah.
What did you have another topic, Ron?
It sounded very Canadian.
Oh, sorry about the accent. No, I was just kind of hoping that the car thing would stop and I could maybe relate to something different.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's okay. Car chat. No, it's fine. Everybody
on.
loves cars. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Cars.
Topic. Hit me with one. Come on, Ron. Wow me.
How
Oh God.
how good
Is
how good is
sex
how good is it?
with chimps?
Since it,
Chris,
since
hit me
How
with a topic.
good is it?
another topic. Have you guys heard about this round the world gaming tour that STA Travel is offering?
Nope.
Who? STA?
STA
Damn.
offering a round the world trip for gaming, and it costs $9,000,
Right.
and it's a 14 stop round the world tour, including London.
Have they never heard of
Tokyo,
multiplayer
Phuket,
before?
Boston.
We can do that already for free.
Yeah. I've been to 4 countries today alone.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
And I was called a
But,
faggot in every single one of them.
In every dialect I could imagine. What's Mandarin for faggot? I don't know. No, tell me more, Chris. That
that
sounds
sounds
like
interesting.
the most virgin-ridden cruise ship I've ever seen.
Wow.
Well, I'm not really sure what it is, but it sounds like you go to places from games. So it's got like that temple from the Lara Croft game, and
Oh, well, you actually
maybe
go to
you
the
go
actual
to a
locations.
few like Rockstar North headquarters and
Halo.
stuff like that. So it's not actually playing the games. I think it's just going to places from games,
Oh, what a
but
privilege.
around the world.
What,
So
are
it's
there,
kinda
are there
like-
any... Oh.
What?
I mean, what's a world you'd want to visit?
A world.
Check it out, guys.
Yeah.
Here's a map from DayZ.
Yeah.
It's just a
It's like, oh,
field.
is it? Something like that, yeah.
Kind of open fields here with a couple
And
of
may as
shops
well go to
down there.
that one at night and not give anyone torches.
Here you go. Here's an abandoned airfield. Enjoy.
Yeah. Like, so what place have we visited? Well, it's, I don't know, a map up from COD? Fuck, I don't know. Use
Yeah,
your fucking
something like that.
imagination, right?
Yeah, it's an abandoned
It's
amusement
DE
park.
Dust.
Awesome.
Yeah.
God.
I was trying to think of some shithole country to say Fallout 3, but I can't think of anything.
Well, I think they mentioned that it would go to Havana because of Call of Duty. So I'm not sure which part of Havana it is, but it's not going to be the classy part, I think.
Yeah.
So when you're there as like a little video game nerdy kid, and by the way, we have just like pissed off everybody who watches this. But hey, we are those kids too anyway. But yeah,
Use an
you can go
expression
down there,
Devon.
visit that Havana
Devon,
map,
several
and get
percent.
shot. Oh, the disclaimer. Fucking disclaimer.
Hey, man. I'm
What is-
perfectly okay with people from Russia and all walks of life, but hey, I mean, if,
I know, I wasn't paying him out. I was just saying that, you know, the Virgin, that sounds like the most Virgin-filled, it's not a cruise, is it? Trip?
It's
like,
a flights, I think it is.
Oh, imagine the BO on that plane.
oh God.
My God.
is it really that bad? Like, you guys have been to, conventions, right? So, how's the smell?
It's
I can't
pretty
smell,
shit.
so...
The last one they did in the US, it wasn't E3, it was one of them, where on Twitter the organizers had to actually put like up a thing saying, when you come tomorrow, please shower and wear deodorant before you come, because the smell is that bad.
God.
And that was an
do-
official announcement.
Personal hygiene 101.
Yep.
That makes no sense to me. Like, is it because they don't want to, like, get out of their cosplay costumes? It's like, this is too much. Like, there are too many straps.
Just the demographic of those sort of hardcore gamers just don't shower.
I love to sit in my own filth, but fuck, if I'm going somewhere, I'm gonna, I don't know. If it's raining outside, I'll step outside for a little bit and, like, let it hit me for a bit and just, and then, yeah, and then
Those
I'm fine.
KFC napkins.
Refresher towels. Everyone likes a
That's
nice
just
refresher
the-
towel shower.
And those are crazy soothing, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. They're crazy soothing.
I've just pulled up
moist
details of this
towelettes.
STA travel tour. It is
What's
described
STA?
It's a travel company.
sexually transmitted something. It's described as a pilgrimage to the birthplace of gaming and visits breathtaking locations that have inspired some of the world's most famous video games. The trip begins in Edinburgh, my God, with a visit to GTA studio Rockstar North, followed by a stopover in London to check out Soho's Loading Bar, which is modelled on gaming cafes in Tokyo. The next leg takes place in Phuket, home of islands that appeared in Tomb Raider Underworld, followed by a trip to an esports stadium in Seoul and a visit to Konami.
Esports stadium.
An
Wait, so an
stadium.
esport?
Yeah,
Is that
it's not
like
even a physical
big
stadium.
Internet cafe.
Yeah,
You
that's it.
fly over there.
It is.
and
It's
you
an
sit your
internet cafe
computers.
with stadium seating.
It's a
And what?
Starbucks.
And they what? They sit you in front of computers, or they put like a headset on you, and it's like,
No,
No, you
look,
watch other people play
This is
the
this is
game.
what one looks like. Look but don't touch. We're not playing any games.
Well, hell no.
where else did they take? Did they take you to the sewers so you can check out where Mario fucking kills Koopa? I don't know.
I thought it was a Ninja Turtle reference.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I was
LA,
thinking.
San Fran, New Hampshire, New York, Miami, and Texas. Customers will return to London for
What's
a gamer
San Fran?
disco, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, what is that?
The epic gaming
That's just
adventure
everyone going to be sitting down. No one's
also
gonna be on the
stops
dance
in
floor.
Havana and Nassau, which recently...
You know all those places that you mentioned in America? Does it mention every single place and what what game it's referencing to?
No.
Oh, okay.
San Fran...
It's just
Well,
like,
I
well,
guess-
I mean,
we thought we
LA,
could just go past there anyway.
LA could be anything. San Francisco might be reference to Driver, perhaps. New Hampshire...
See, if they gave you a hire car and let you drive off that hill and do that jumping scene from all the
Yeah.
games and the movies, that would be worth it.
$9,000 to die. I love paying to kill myself a little more.
Well, see,
5,000...
I'd like to do it just for the Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery thing,
The Rock?
where he steals the Humvee from The Rock.
£5,500 is what it's priced at. Which,
Oh.
yeah. I
Oh,
suppose
I
it's-
got the wrong price then.
No, it's pounds.
Oh, no, you said pounds, yeah.
One of us has to do it. One of
Interesting.
us has to do it.
I'd love to see the...
Check in everywhere. I think we should make Ron do it. It'll be funny. It'd just be like one word reviews.
Yeah,
Just like
I'm
call
not
him
going to
up.
do it.
How was your week? It was shit.
Shit.
That's three words.
I wouldn't say it was either. It would just be shit, and it wouldn't be happy.
You'd have a
and
good
they
time in
would
San
be-
Francisco though, Ron, you know what I mean? You would. You'd love it in San Fran.
The hippies?
Okay,
The gays.
What?
moving on.
My knees.
Don't worry.
Speaking of San Fran, did you see that Bat Kid story? What a legend.
That was
Yeah,
pretty
that was
awesome.
that was adorable.
I
They
enjoyed
stopped
it.
the whole town for it as well, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
sounds like the entire friggin' city. It was amazing.
Hey, do you reckon any of the other kids who've got who were part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation thing, do you reckon any of them are kind of like, fuck, man, I wanted to do something just like that, but now he's done it?
They all got T-shirts. Like, I made a wish, and all I got was this T-shirt.
Really? Do they actually get shirts like that?
But that would
Oh,
be
wow.
funny.
I beat leukemia,
But yeah,
and all I
that's
got
the
was
bar
this
pretty
T-shirt.
high for the rest of the
Yeah.
kids there.
Mm.
So some
Wow.
other kids just going to be like, I want this. How come I don't get it?
Well,
Wow.
you mean you'd have to, hope that the next Make-A-Wish isn't something that's completely off the wall and they need some sort of...
Well, what if one kid wants to be a supervillain? Okay. Are they going to shut down San Francisco again? Just
Wait, they could easily like have some building that they're going to demolish and then make it seem like he did it. That'd be pretty cool, I reckon. If a kid wanted to be a supervillain.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I want to blow up a building.
Yeah. And
okay,
convince them that there were people inside.
Yeah.
Well, he was saying it's an abandoned building.
If the kid wants to be a supervillain, I think it's kind of... It'd be funny, it'd be adorable to let him blow up a building.
Get him an office.
I don't know how it turned this dark this quickly, but yeah, I just wanted to...
Yeah, so let's talk about the positives.
Yeah, the positives of turning an entire city into...
Oh, right!
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. No, it was really cool, and I like how all the Batmans... Even like Keaton as well, wasn't it?
Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, they came out and said, what a legend. President Obama even got on a Vine video and said, thanks for saving Gotham. Miles, I think the kid's name was, I think it was.
That's cool.
No, you don't give away his hidden identity.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Prez. Good job, President. God. A man so adept at keeping secrets can't even keep the identity safe of Gotham's greatest crime fighter.
Barack Obama went on and went, spoiler face.
Thanks, Bruce Wayne. I mean, Batman. I finished that in the week, actually.
How's the ending?
It's, obviously it's a prequel, so you've got to leave stuff relatively open. I don't need to do spoiler face or anything like that to know that the Joker gets out alive. So,
yeah.
And how's the new voices?
Fine, yeah. I really don't see what, what the fuss, unless it's so completely different from one game to the other, then you'd have to be pretty much, such a huge hardcore fan to sit there and just completely
we didn't say that one word right.
Well, that's what I heard. People were just like, oh, it's a prequel, so they had to get people with younger sounding voices.
Yeah, I think when you get into that level of detail, it starts to get a bit obsessive. I mean, they went the other way on Splinter Cell Blacklist. I mean, Michael Ironside, like he's got like the ultimate voice for it, and obviously as these games progress, people are going to get older, and yet the new voice for this version of the game, he looks younger for a start, and he sounds younger, and yet here he is speaking to his seemingly 18, 19, however old she is, daughter, and you're supposed to find it believable, but thankfully it's not a huge...
But maybe he has had that that voice all his life, which would have been a weird puberty when his voice broke.
He just sounded like Michael Ironside from a young age, and then his voice broke and he sounded 30 years younger. Yeah.
Or like that James Earl Jones, his voice.
Yeah. And then as soon as you take his mask off, he's a 60-year-old white man. What the
Imagine being friends with him and calling him after school one day. Oh, can I speak to James? You are speaking to James.
You are speaking to James.
This is... Yeah. I did read that Mark Hamill said that the last time he wanted to play Joker was for the last game, the last Batman, Arkham City.
Yeah.
He said that was it. He didn't want to play it.
Also not last in the sense that the most recent.
His
the last one that he wanted. Yeah. And also, the Joker is supposed to be younger as well.
Yeah.
But... it makes sense. But people still kicked up a shitstorm anyway. I just don't get...
Even if the people do a great impersonation of the voice, people know it's a different person.
Yeah, but like, even though he's doing his impersonation of Mark Hamill's Joker, and he did a fucking awesome job, but like, I don't know why people would kick up a shitstorm when it's a prequel, so he's meant to sound like a little younger, or like way younger, and why would anybody kick up a shitstorm about that? No, you need the original fucking voice actors. It's like, well, he also said that he didn't want to do it anymore. What the fuck? You can't kick up a shitstorm about that. The guy said it himself. He doesn't want to fucking do it. Like,
as long as you pay respect to, I suppose, the character that a famous guy has kind of built the foundations on, then yeah. But the worst thing about it is when there's interviews that have been done, sort of post-release kind of thing, and they're interviewing, say, another reviewer, they're like, okay, so what were your first impressions of it? It's, I love the game. And what about the voice acting? Did Troy Baker do a good job in in taking on the role kind of thing? And unless the reply that they get is, yeah, they were fine, like they just pause on it as if like they're still trying to figure out in their head. I mean, it just doesn't seem like something you need to really pause on. If the character was believable and sounded some semblance of the previous character, then what's the fucking big deal? Seriously.
Exactly. It's really, really fucking simple.
Let's not pore over the boring minutiae of every single aspect of the game when all you're talking about really is cutscenes, which probably occupy 5% of the game. But yeah.
Oh, by the way, you're finished with it now, yeah?
I am done, yeah. Well, the story,
Can I borrow it?
I'm still going. I'm 26%.
Whoa, shit, really?
The story occupies about 20 I'm tempted to say 23, 24% of the game.
Well, there's a
that's what I
pitch
was
of
going
side
to ask
missions.
you guys about that.
That's a lot of
I
stuff.
recently started playing the Asylum game,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just got so much stuff in it. You just keep going back and back and finding more things. And have you guys played the first two?
I
And
played
have
City.
you got 100%?
Played
I
City
actually-
and loved it. I don't know what my
I only
percentage is.
actually only started playing the second one because I thought that's where it began.
Asylum.
Bro.
No, I've never played Arkham Asylum, but City was amazing. City was fucking amazing. Like, and every friend who had it just said, like, if you liked Arkham Asylum, you'll love Arkham City, but just everything you could do and all the, like, all the extra things. Like, yeah.
So good.
I wanted to see when they were going to bring in Azrael. I really like that character.
Which
Because
one's that one?
Azrael, he is basically when you asked about the comics last week, Gav, night falls when Batman gets his back broken by Bane, and it's basically this is the actual comic story. They copied it in the movie, but like
God,
then they made it
spoiler
gritty.
alert. Fuck.
Oh, sorry. Hey.
Turn the page. Batman's back's broken. Oh God. Oh, that's right. I knew about it because Ron told me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. But like, then he's fucked, and he brings in this new guy who becomes Batman. I think his name is John Paul Valley, I think.
Gaultier.
But no. But still,
He later turned out to be the best Pope we'd ever had. It's great.
Oh well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to re-look it up. But yeah, he ends up donning the Batman outfit, but like he makes it more super and crazy, and he starts killing people. He's got a sword of fire. He's a bit of a nut job, but he basically beats the shit out of Bane, and then he rules fucking Gotham for ages, and until Batman comes back and goes like, okay, he's fucking insane. I'm gonna have to get my mantle back, and he does. I spoiled all of that.
Spoiler alert. God.
So it's
So is
brilliant.
that what the next Batman movie is going to be about?
I hope so.
Ben
I
Affleck?
I
have to
don't
see
think
it
so.
anymore.
That'd be a cool take
I
on
really
the
don't
story,
think
though.
so at all. Yeah, half the story's already done. The part where he breaks his back. That's the thing. When Dark
Because
Knight
that'd be a good
Rises.
segue for why Ben Affleck's in it. If they've just got Christian Bale lying down on a table going, my back's broken at the start, and then he's out.
How did it
There's a new
happen? I fell down the stairs. Freaking Alfred left a banana peel on the stairs, and now my back's broken. Really? Yep. That's totally how
We're
it
back to that. Back to square one, story-wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Azrael was a mad character. You've played Arkham City, right, Gav?
Yeah, that's one
Yeah,
I just showed us in.
Yeah, the parts where I don't know if you ever noticed him, but he's like I think 3 or 4 times you spot him and he's watching you,
Yeah.
and you
You've got
This
these
is
weird
that-
symbols that you need to decipher.
that's right. Yeah, that's the guy. He is cool. I like that guy.
Yeah.
But I wish they made a movie about him or mention him for the Dark Knight Rises. I really hoped that they were going to go down that path and just be like, hey, here's the new Batman with Gordon Levitt, the guy.
Oh, Joseph.
Joseph, that's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When are they gonna make him into Nightwing,
spoiler for those. Robin or Nightwing, spoiler face, but I have no idea. They all thought he was going to become Batman in the next one, right? But that's not true anymore. Hopefully he's Nightwing in the next one. I hope so.
What, Batman
I
versus
doubt it.
Superman?
Yeah.
Apparently, is it Kevin Smith got to have a bit of a sneak peek in the week at Affleck in the costume, and says it's pretty
cool.
Pardon the pun, batshit crazy. It's pretty cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
But he couldn't give any details away, hey?
It's good to see that they've at least made that much headway, for a movie that's probably doesn't start shooting until probably next year or something. It's gonna be sweet.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably in pre-production.
I guess you got to have these things ready.
Yeah.
There's no point him showing up on the day and let's put the costume on.
Wardrobe.
We thought you were 5 feet tall. Whoops.
I read that he said that there's no fucking bat nipples on this thing.
Well, yeah. That's well documented.
Which I think is a fucking mad thing to say.
Yeah. There needs to be a throwback to the Greek gods,
90s.
really. For what reason? Yeah. The funny thing was, though, it's like you can just imagine Batman in his cave, making the next iteration of his suit. And he's like, you know what? What's really going to strike fear into my foes will be if they can see some sort of visual representation to my nipples. I'm going to mold these right now.
Bat cod piece. That'll fucking scare him. Check out my bat cock.
Cool. Do you guys want a random story?
Shoot.
Sure.
Is Debbie Wood the world's most jealous woman?
Who's Debbie Wood?
Allow me to detail. Debbie Wood makes her partner Steve take a lie detector test every time he leaves the house to prove he's been faithful. She's banned Steve from watching women on TV or looking at them in magazines. She trawls through his emails and checks his phone several times a day. Even his bank statements aren't safe.
Can he even...
What?
Is he allowed to talk to his own mother? Or sister?
I'll tell you what.
I just need to ask that.
If I probably should forward you the link in
Wait,
the chat.
does she have a lie detector, or does she make him go to the police station and have a lie detector?
Well, she suffers from a thing called Othello syndrome, which is a mental disorder which causes her to believe that Steve has been unfaithful. Even if Steve pops out for 15 minutes to buy a pint of milk, I'll make him take a lie detector test as soon as he gets home. I get so worried that he's been eyeing up the shop assistant that I just have to know the truth.
Is she hot?
I'm going to forward you the link,
All right.
which is pretty freaking awful.
I think that's all
gotta
we
see
need to
this.
hear.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'll put it I'll put it in the description for viewers as well.
But
But how would I describe her?
Where did she get this lie detector test from?
I don't know. That doesn't
Or
go
does
into
she
detail.
is that one of the things you can now buy off eBay or something? Polygraph machines.
Oh shit! Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, Ron has just discovered the lady.
kill it with fire! Fuck!
Am I right in saying that it looks like she's been using Marge Simpson's makeup gun? Got it set to whore.
Permanently set to whore. Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. That might seem really, really judgmental of me, really shallow of me, but oh god, when you have a look at that thing, oh, that poor guy.
The woman's got a belly button on her elbow. She's that fat.
Yeah.
I've never seen an elbow with dimples before. I just thought it was funny because, she goes into so much detail about what she doesn't trust him on.
And it's just with women.
It's just with women. She installed malware on his computer just to make sure that he's not looking at it. There was some other stuff as well that really made me go, "What the fuck?" Yeah, she's improved childproof filters on his laptop and mobile phone to keep away from explicit photos of women. One night, this is a quote, one night an advert for a women's razor came up on television and I felt panicky that Steve was eyeing the model up. The only thing that I could put my mind at rest was banning him from watching any programs that have women in them. So
Which newspaper wrote this article?
this was news.com.au, funnily enough.
So this is Australian, is it?
Well, I think it's in the UK because it was originally reported by the Daily Mail. So yeah, it's English.
Okay.
Mind you, you look at that guy and you go, geez, what a catch. What an absolute
Yeah.
catch.
Hey, I'm sure he's an actually really nice fella, a normal guy who is married. Are they just together? They're not married, are they?
Well, partner Steve. They didn't release any last names apart from
Oh,
the last
it's
name.
partner, it's not married.
But I mean,
Well,
you look
that's
at those
like
photos.
together with some.
Does that look like a happy guy though from the second photo even? Looks like he's just been...
He looks like he wants to kill himself.
He looks like a fucking pedophile. Jesus. Yeah. I think the childproof filters have been installed on his computer for completely different reasons. Because the local constabulary know exactly what he's up to. In his Renault Total Casio shirt. He's obviously a racer. Bloody hell.
Hey,
Damn.
I wear shirts like that.
But how much time would this take up?
Well,
How much time would this take up to every time he walks out of the house, he's got to do a lie detector test? Or you got to set up the lie detector?
he said, sometimes I get nervous and the lie detector results come back inconclusive because my heart is hammering, which makes Debbie doubt me.
Oh Christ!
willing
That's the thing. Like, they will break up. I mean, that is what's going to happen. They will break up. There will be a breaking point where he'll just be like, "Fuck this, that's enough," and then what's she going to do after that? And please, nobody get angry at me when I say this, and I know it's horrible. Probably suicide.
Right. Things have taken a dark turn in the podcast. She hopes to marry Steve, who proposed earlier this year.
Oh,
I've put Steve through a lot, but he stood by me through it all, so I know he's the man for me. She's part of a support group, or so she hopes to start a support group, rather, prescribed anti-anxiety medication, and is having therapy.
well, you know what? I actually really hope them all the best. Both of them. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would appreciate some flowers, Ron, if you decided to send them.
Fuck no.
Fuck no. Wish them all the best, just as long
That'll
as it
only
doesn't
get
cost
him in
me
trouble.
I am
Yeah.
not giving
Who are
them
these
anything.
flowers from? Who's Ron?
Yeah, that's what you should totally do.
Oh, I'm going. Yeah,
You should
exactly.
send
And
him
then
some flowers saying thanks for last night. You were amazing.
Yeah. You know what? Let's make this happen. Let's make it happen. This is in England, right?
This
Or
is
America.
England. That would be hilarious. Wouldn't that be the best troll?
That'd be pretty good.
And now that it's part of public domain, I'm sure other people would have had our thoughts as well.
We're going to get millions
shit.
of letters now.
You mean
Millions of
7?
flowers.
I mean, look,
7 or 8.
He's quite a catch. He's quite a catch. Mind you,
They,
though,
you know, all the best of them.
where can you get a lie detector? All the other. What are the machines called? They're not. I know they're called lie detectors.
Polygraph.
Polygraphs. Yeah. Why is that funny?
When you did that, what's that other machine called? Oh no, they're lie detectors. And then I just burst out laughing.
So I know that. Well, yeah, I know they're a lie detector.
It was funny.
Polygraph.
That was funny.
But it can't be a very good one. I
What,
mean, it's
Ben?
not going to be
What?
like professional grade, is it?
It looks like the size of an iPad Mini, but which just
Yeah.
Oh, is there an app for that now?
Well, it must be. Yeah. Worst thing is though, I mean, what kind of market exists for people who need access to a shop bought
man?
lie detector? God, talk about catering to the market. My God.
Yeah.
Someone hit me with a topic.
Oh, geez.
Battlefield 4 servers are getting DDoSed
Are
massively.
they?
Really?
Yeah.
What is DDoS?
As a protest.
Digital denial of service. So basically, just getting attacked. So it just overloads
shit.
it. So,
So people
it was
can't
they didn't have enough
join.
problems before. Yeah. And
Is this
apparently,
the first time a game server is DDoS? I've never heard of that before.
no, I'm sure it's happened millions of times. But apparently someone had said, and now it's just like a rumor going everywhere, that they basically have to reset like all of the stats. So
Oh,
everything that you've worked for is just going to get like reset. I honestly don't think that's going to happen, but that's kind of like a rumor that's going around.
That's so sweet. I'm at a 1 KD then, technically. Instead of a 0.64 or whatever the fuck I am right now. God, if only that could happen with Call of Duty Ghosts. Activision, make it happen. Come on, just reset all my stuff.
well, you know what you got to do now.
Yeah, they're fucking attacking the wrong servers.
Yeah. That said, though, all my stats will carry over in the next gen as well. So, unfortunately, that they'll follow me everywhere I go.
Have to make a new account.
Have you been playing it much more since last week, Ben?
Yeah, not as much as I'd like to. I've been a bit busy, but they released a patch which fixed quite a few things, but it's still pretty buggy. Like, server still crashes every now and then. Sometimes you have no sound, but like nowhere near as much. Actually, I've had no rubber banding or anything like that. So
You mentioned that before. That wasn't a term that I'm familiar with in terms of PC gaming. Rubber banding.
rubber banding. Oh, that's just like when you're playing.
Where you walk through a
move
door
forward.
and then you go back and then you have to
you
walk
go back.
through the door again.
You walk through it again. You just go back and you just go on
right.
like that,
Okay.
like as if like you're like a rubber band. Yeah.
I get
so
it.
that was happening a lot. Yeah.
I just never had the term before. That's all. Oh, that's a shame.
That's because you haven't been a PC gamer.
Well, no, I mean, I've experienced it in terms of, I just call it, it's always been termed as lag for me. Like
Yeah, it's just lag. Yeah.
or
rubber band,
teleporting. Yeah, you just teleport from one place to another. Like, hang on, what happened there? And then
Deja vu.
no sooner has that happened, there's a host migration or something. And yeah, typically happens with Call of Duty. Ron's looking spaced out. Is this another topic that he just doesn't want to contribute to? Or
here's another one.
Since this is a PC gaming, like I haven't played a PC game since like fucking
Grim Fandango.
yeah, literally Grim Fandango when I reinstalled it just to play it, and also Abe's Odyssey.
Oh, they got a new one
Odyssey.
coming out.
That's right. That's what I was going to bring up. And when you brought up PC gaming, but I was looking for the trailer, and
Is it New and Tasty? Is
That's
that
it,
what it's
yeah.
called?
I
Yeah,
think
New
so.
and Tasty. Yeah.
New and tasty.
that'd be cool. I think,
I loved the first one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was always
So much of it. I played so much of that.
it was one of those
Aurora.
games that I really obsessed over the parts where you would take a portal to another place just to rescue some extra, one of your species, and it was like impossibly hard. But then you would just try to figure out something new, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go here, and you figure it out. But then there's a second half to it. You'd get raped and be like, okay, I have to do that all again. Like, okay, let's do it again. So it taught me a lot of patience, but
I used to
fucking
just
amazing
love
game.
that sound that you'd made, like,
yeah,
like all those stars
Yeah.
would come out or whatever would happen. It was cool.
that's
I'm
right,
gonna
the
have to
little
look that up,
chanting
actually.
thing.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
Until my FPS skills get better on a PC, I think I still might have to get the whatever version on the console.
Well,
Battlefield 4
I
just
was going to say,
totally.
you could use your Xbox controller with the PC, but the next gen won't work with the PC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next gen. Why?
Not
I'll
going to
put a
work
plonk
with
down $30
PCs.
on
They got to
Friday.
bring something out, some new software or something, but it's not compatible.
I've got Wi-Fi
So
controller
keep
anyway.
your old 360 controller, and you can use it with the computer.
Or the Wi-Fi. So.
Right. And the lifts. Those fucking lifts. I cannot get over those.
What?
Oh, they are so weird.
Control freaks for the win. Don't know
Hey,
where I'm at.
Nipples on a Batman costume.
I was going to bring up, did you guys hear that Terrence Howard, who played
Terrence Phillip?
Terrence Howard, he played in the first Iron Man, he was
Rhodey.
Rhodey, so War Machine, and
Oh, that guy.
Salary
just not long
demands?
ago. Hey?
Is this the story about his salary demands and how Robert Downey apparently pushed him out?
Yeah, apparently, like how he's finally broken his silence about
Oh, so
what
that's
happened.
why he wasn't in the other one.
Yeah, he wasn't in 2 or 3, and but apparently, like, you know, back when he was in the first one, he was paid just as much as Robert Downey Jr. Like he was a smaller character. Like, watch that movie back.
Oh, so
How
he's
much-
the big name.
He got paid a piss load for it, but like he said in the interview that he keeps referring to Robert Downey Jr. as his friend who he helped get the part. He was just saying like, so the friend that I helped get the part pushes me out in the second movie, takes the money that I should have earned, and he gets it and pushes me out.
Damn.
And he's like, and he did sign on for three pictures. He also did say that like they were going to pay him an eighth of what he got from the first one. I think that's pretty fucked up.
That is.
If
What
they
did he get
did
for
just
the first
offer him,
one?
yeah, he got like I think 4 million, something like that. And his part was tiny. You know what I mean? His part was
Yeah.
tiny, and he got like 4 million, about as much as Robert Downey Jr. because he didn't get something crazy until like
Well, that
Avengers.
was still kind of in Downey Jr.'s comeback, wasn't it?
yeah. So like he was barely
Something in the region
hireable.
of 50 million, I think. They offered him 50 million to do Avengers 2, and that's kind of
Oh,
how...
he got 50 million for Avengers.
Avengers, yeah. And
Yeah.
how, like, that's where, well, I haven't had an update on it in a while, but that's where the sort of contract talks have stalled because Scarlett Johansson and Chris Hemsworth they want more money because obviously they know how bankable an Avengers film is now.
Yeah.
So I don't
Well,
know.
they
I think
got paid
Chris-
chump change,
Chris
apparently.
Hemsworth has got, he can get more money, but Scarlett, she doesn't have one movie.
Yeah. That's it.
Like Thor's got 2 movies.
Yeah.
Scarlett, there's no movie.
Iron Man's got 3, Avengers.
Yeah.
I don't even know what form the Avengers will take in the next one. Age of Ultron.
I hope Ant-Man's there because
And-
he's getting a movie. If he's getting a movie, he's got to be in the next one.
He's DC though, isn't
Isn't he? I thought he was part of the Avengers.
Yeah, I think it was.
he? Are you thinking of
Yeah.
Justice
Ant-Man.
League?
Oh no, he's the Justice League. Yeah, sorry.
Ant-Man's
one.
Justice League. Oh, shit. Fuck. Who's the one that they had?
Justice League.
Hmm. Well, oops.
To
Sorry,
the
so
Batman
any,
archives.
Yeah.
any comic book people out there who...
Well, I thought
know
you were
what-
it. I thought you were
Just
it. dude.
raging.
No, I know about the ones that I like. I never really... Nobody kill me. I never really got into the Avengers. I never really got into Justice League. I never really liked any of them. I think Superman's boring. I think Green Lantern's boring. No offense, I know you like Green Lantern, Gav. But like,
Oh, I just like his
I
partner.
only like... Oh, Blake Lively.
Second straight week where you insult the one I love. God.
Yeah. Oopsie daisies. Wait one sec. Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. That's another one I can't get my head around.
But would that?
No,
wouldn't that
that's
be
the one I was
weird,
referring
having
to.
A boy's name for a girl, like in your fantasies, just like
Yeah, wait. He's part of.
talking
Yeah, he's
in your
part of the
sleep.
Avengers.
Oh, Blake.
It's funny, actually. I do have a mate, he's a good mate of mine, actually, whose name is Blake. I haven't seen him in years.
So that's just going to be weird if you talk in your sleep.
Yeah, well, Sophie knows I haven't seen him in years as well.
Seen who?
A mate of mine, Blake.
Oh,
Blake, if you're watching, get in contact, mate. It's been too long. Jesus.
are you referring to Blake Lively?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, you two know each other?
Blake, let's go for coffee. Let's see what happens. Don't tell Sophie. Cheers.
No, call me.
Oh right, so she's not good. She's too good for me, but she's bang on target for you. I see how this works.
I don't like her that much, so that makes me more mysterious. She'll want to burn me.
Yeah, because you'll be playing hard to get.
Oh, that's
Chicks
it.
love that.
Yeah,
Chicks dig that. Yeah.
Making her pay for coffee.
And they
Well,
dig
yeah.
scars too, so cut yourself repeatedly. Across
I
the
got plenty
neck
of
usually
scars. I got plenty of scars. I don't need to cut myself.
I came across a list website just the other day, which I thought would be good to run through, and we could pick it at random actually, and then see what happens. Open that list, baby. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
47.
47.
Sorry, I was thinking about that before I heard you say 10.
Isn't that above 10?
Yeah, no. I was trying to think of the number from
Keen students of the
Hitchhiker's
numerical
Guide to the
system.
Galaxy.
42 as well. You got it right wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hand your towel in now. You have to have a towel.
So not
Give
only
back
was it
your
a crappy
QuadFeed
reference, but you got the
towel.
reference. We can reference completely wrong as well. Full marks.
Ben,
Number
you
between
gonna
1
pick
and
the
10.
number?
Come on, let's go.
What am I doing? Oh, 1.
Top 10
No,
greatest
it's
actors.
between 1 and 10. So it means you can't choose 1 or 10.
No,
Really?
I'm not going to get that specific. This is the top 10s. See how many you can name. Top 10 actors of all time. Go.
Marlon Brando's number 1, and I know that already. Everybody always says that in every single fucking list that I've seen. He's always at number 1.
You know what though?
They
I
always
don't
say-
know how this is voted, and the number 1 will surprise you, but it's not Marlon Brando.
Bryan Cranston.
Brian
Nicolas
Cran-
Cage.
No. I
Oh,
don't
but
even know
that
how
would
these
be
are voted.
so
If these are public voted, then chances are you'll think it's, somewhat.
Oh, so
Nicolas
it's not
Cage
like
is there.
I don't think it's based on
Academy
critical
Awards
acclaim.
It just seems like if it's publicly voted, Nicolas Cage is somewhere on that fucking list.
He's not. He's not.
Oh, that is a good thing.
I wanna
Johnny
keep his
Depp's there.
face off.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is number 1,
Johnny Depp.
apparently.
Boom! I got number 1. That's it. I'm on break.
Cool. Paul Newman.
No,
If he's not on that list, I don't want to hear the rest of them. If he's not on there.
he's
He's-
not.
These people have terrible taste.
Marlon Brando, out of interest, was number 11.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Not even top 10s.
Wow.
So it's obviously a bunch of new actors.
Well,
Steve
some of them are relatively new. Some of them are a nod to the past.
If one of them's Channing Tatum, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm thinking it's going
If
to be
he's in
shit
the
like
top
that.
10.
Yeah. Is he in there? Gav?
What about
let's do it
Clint
on
Eastwood?
Control F.
Oh, you're going to send?
No, I was. No, part of it's a game. Newman actually doesn't actually figure to be in the. Where does this go down to?
Who's
not
Paul
in the,
Newman?
He's not in the top 100. I'm sorry,
It's
Ben.
the guy that makes salad dressing now.
Yeah, I thought he made sauces. He makes sauces, right?
Yeah.
Among other
He has
things.
his own.
That stuff is actually really good. I use that stuff.
He makes
Yeah,
the
it's good
best.
stuff.
Yeah.
But what movies was he in?
Oh, the classics. Cool Hand Luke. You ever
What?
seen that?
That other one.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
He's the guy, tallish, shortish, lightish, darkish hair.
Always wears a shirt.
Yeah.
The guy with the face. Number 3. Come on, you give me like 2 or 3. There's easy. You could get at least 5 of these. Just based
Jean-Claude
on.
Van Damme.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Has to. Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren.
Doppler was good.
Actually, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No,
No, he wouldn't be.
he doesn't act.
Sly Stallone.
Neither does he. All
He
right,
just
hold on.
plays the same character in every
Okay.
movie.
What about Robert De Niro?
Thank you, Ben,
Oh,
for a
he's
logical, sensible answer. And I can confirm that Robert De Niro is number 7.
Cool.
What
Can we
about-
guess? Are they some of the new guys, the young ones, the number 2 or 3? Are they some of the newer actors, or?
No,
it's
it's
the
a
people
fairly
like
straightforward question. Think of great actors, and chances are on this list, they'll sort of be a bit of fun. Fucking hell.
I already
Daniel
ran down my
Day-Lewis?
list.
Sorry?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis, I passed him before.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Thank you, Ryan. Leo is number 4.
He's 4?
What?
Daniel
What about
Day-Lewis is number
Jack
22.
Nicholson?
Hey?
22 is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, so
What?
it is.
How
young
is it?
people.
That's
How is Daniel
ridiculous.
Day-Lewis at 22? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I didn't make
What
these
about
up.
Nicholson? He hasn't been in stuff for a while, so he'll be down
Jack
lower.
Nicholson was number 6.
Oh, really? Okay.
God.
Bill Murray.
Yes.
That'd be pretty good, yeah. But he hasn't done anything in a while, right?
No, he still does. I
But
think
he's
like Wes
just
Anderson
still
sort of
up there.
movies.
Yeah.
Bill Murray doesn't feature. I'm sorry.
How is...
What about
Daniel
the
Day-Lewis at
castaway
22?
himself, Tom Hanks?
Oh, he'd be up there.
Number 3, Tom Hanks.
Keanu Reeves?
Humphrey
And where-
Bogart.
Keanu.
Humphrey Bogart? I don't know.
I just
Oh, I'm
love the
thinking no one
contrast.
said any older ones.
I love the
So-
contrast between what Ben's saying and the complete bollocks that Chris and Ben are saying. Chris and Ron are saying.
Okay, fine. What about Michael Caine? He's got to be up there.
I have a story on the set of The Cider House Rules. Toby Maguire tried to sleep with me on 3 separate occasions.
I didn't know he was Australian.
Be
That
quiet,
is
Michael Caine!
awesome.
I was from a cartoon. It was quite funny.
All right, so give us the list.
Can you
So
give me a
Michael
Chris-
we
Caine's
wanna
not
get-
on the list.
Can you give me a Christopher Walken, Ron?
Oh, wow.
Hey, you guys.
More cowbell. Fuck, that's it. That's all. I can't do it.
I think there's a Bollywood element to this because number 2 is some bloke I don't know who he is. So I won't even mention him. 3, Tom Hanks. 4, Leo. 5, Al Pacino. Hello. 6,
What
Nicholson.
about Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman. He was
He
15.
Samuel L.
plays
Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
He is in
Samuel L.
everything.
Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
All he does is
You'll
yell.
be pleased to know ranks in at. God, I passed him before.
If he's before Daniel Day-Lewis, I'm gonna fucking.
What was he? He was 22. Who are we talking about?
Daniel Day-Lewis was 22. Where's Samuel L. Jackson? 21.
Suspense is killing me.
We're about to witness the suicide of Ben.
34.
No, that's
that's-
still way too close. It's still
One
way
spot.
too close.
This will further, ruin things for you. He's 1 spot above Clint Eastwood
What? Where does this list come from?
and 4 spots above Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Where's
just
Bale?
called
Where's
the top,
Hugh Jackman?
the top10s.com. Oh, Hugh Jackman was, I passed him before. I mean, Harrison Ford at 44. There's no getting away from the fact that it's a
Have they?
brilliant list.
It's just popularity.
Did they watch any movies or?
Damn popular.
Hugh Jackman, 46. 1 step above him, Jason Statham.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Let's do another list. I'm enjoying this. Pick a number between 1 and 10. That's not 1.
I went last time, so
Who?
6?
6.
Top 10 saddest movies.
Oh my god.
Lion King.
Is it Old Yeller? The one where they put the dog down at the end? Oh, spoiler face.
Yeah, why don't you just ruin
Is it,
Marley and Me for me? Ironically,
Marley and Me.
Marley and Me is number 4.
Saddest
movie.
Land,
Really?
Land
Hey,
Before Time.
wasn't Marley and Me
Land
a
Before
comedy?
Time. That was, yeah. That was
Land
sad,
Before
yeah.
Time for sure.
Hey,
The
Gav.
first 15 minutes of Up.
Oh, yeah.
That's number 12, yeah. And they
what
said
was
the
it?
first 10
Toy
minutes.
Story 3.
Is that sad?
That's number
I'm not
16.
watching it.
Oh, the ending.
Ben's on a roll.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't Marley and Me a comedy?
Yeah, totally.
Wow. And it made it to, like, what, number 4 on that list?
Number 4.
I thought it was a chick
Yeah, I
flick.
think it kind of comes out of nowhere. I haven't seen it, but apparently everyone's going, oh yeah, it's going to be like a great movie. And then like, yeah, goes to shit.
What happened at the end of Toy Story 3?
Oh well,
Spoil
it's
face
just,
it.
you know,
It's pretty dark,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
just like
Face.
yeah, like him growing up and moving on and all this sort of stuff. So leaving all of his toys behind.
Kid's such a jerk.
But I thought
He didn't even try to sell them on eBay.
Ah.
That's what
He
the
didn't-
sad thing is.
would you prefer it if he just leaves them, right? He doesn't want to sell them.
No, I think he gives it. Well, he gives it to like another kid or something like that. Like his box of toys to like another young kid. So
He just dumps it on some other kid
yeah.
while the
That's
parents are like
sad.
sitting at the porch just going, "We don't want your rubbish."
Oh,
Lion-
really?
Lion King was
No.
34.
I'm just kidding. Is the Lion King on there? No.
34.
Lion King? He comes back at
That's
the
sad.
end.
Yeah,
But
but
the dad dies.
Yeah, true. But Hakuna Matata is in there too. So
Yeah.
True,
What about,
kind of
what about-
balances it
can
out.
you see Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid there at all? That's another Paul Newman.
Old Boy.
No, it's not there.
Old Boy's pretty fucking sad
Yeah.
and violent.
Come on, top
And
10.
I'm
Think.
kind of looking forward to a remake. The remake.
Titanic.
Titanic's number 1.
oh,
I was honestly just trying to pick the most cliche one. I didn't know I was going to
Yeah.
ding number one. So
Fern Gully, all that, like the ones that are about,
about
Native American Indians.
Godfather 3. That'd be sad for anyone that actually paid to see that movie.
Geely. Is Geely on there?
Old Yeller was 19 for those who playing at home.
what about Traffic? Traffic's got to be number 2 if Titanic's 1.
What,
No,
what
these
was in
these
Traffic?
lists are retarded, man.
When you see number 2, you'll kind of go, "Oh, okay, that's fair enough."
No, I know what it's
Notebook.
going to be. No, Schindler's List.
That's number 3.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
It's got to be one of those war
damn
ones,
it, I
yeah?
want- Yeah, so Saving
Not
Private
Gone.
Ryan or something like that.
Gone with the Wind set. Sad.
No, wasn't that singing and dancing or something?
Didn't that movie have a war in it? That was on today. I saw it.
Saving Private Ryan was 25.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So is it Waterworld? Just because Kevin Costner was still getting
Somehow,
jobs?
I think your barometer for sad movies isn't quite what these people were thinking.
Well, I don't know. Are we talking about like sad as in
Purely
like
upsetting,
that's sad?
but not
What
upsetting
about-
from the point of view that
Upsetting.
you just
Then
paid
it'd
money
be
to see
Postman,
it.
not Waterworld.
What about something like The Green Mile?
Ah, yes, that was.
Number 2.
Oh, I got it. I
That was
got
Green
it.
Mile.
1, 2, 3. Yes.
1, 2, 3 bitches.
Well, Ben likes his wussy movies.
Yeah.
I thought Shawshank would be higher up the list, though. I've got to be honest.
No, that's
Very
that's
Shawshank.
like fantastic ending to a movie, though.
Yeah, it's mad uplifting.
Number 30.
See, by the way, these lists are fucking horrible, okay?
Well,
All we
I'm
have to
sorry.
do is just bring up the fact that Daniel Day-Lewis was, what, 22? And, like, these other douchebags were there before him.
It's all subjective.
I don't remember who
Where's-
they are, but...
Where's something like Philadelphia?
Philadelphia, I did pass it. Philadelphia was 56.
What about X-Men 2?
Wow.
Chris, come
Oh.
on, mate. Jesus.
what was the one?
No. Actually, the one you're thinking about is X-Men Origins Wolverine. The first one.
What's
The
the
first
one?
one.
Heath Ledger's last movie. Not the subject
Batman.
wasn't sad.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Imaginarium.
But when it
Imaginarium.
changes
Imaginarium of
over,
Dr.
like the
Parnassus.
very first time when it changes actors, like it really hits you, and it's just like, oh, whoa! Like it's not necessarily a sad movie, but just the way like they did it was like really well done. And it was, but it's
I thought
it
the movie
was
was
yeah,
kinda
like
sad.
it was, but it wasn't. It doesn't. Yeah.
Had they finished all the scenes then? Like, how noticeable?
No, they hadn't. No,
So they
like
change
they
actor
did it
mid-film.
So they
pretty
didn't want
much
a
because
computer
he's going to like
generated.
different dimensions. So when they go to a different dimension, it changes, and that's when it changes. Like it worked perfectly, but the very first time it does it, it's good.
Kind of jarring.
And what about Requiem for a Dream?
Oh, come on. The ending of that was hilarious.
See, that's a really good movie, but you can really
17.
only watch it once. 17? Oh, okay.
17. One spot behind Toy Story 3. Yeah.
Train
I'm
spotting?
not good. I'm not good with sad ones. Sad ones, I just can't.
Train spotting's pretty sad.
What about the movie Jack? Isn't that supposed to
Jack.
be sad? The one where he's the...
Is that one of your
isn't that
German
where
movies?
he's The... Robin Williams, where he plays the kid who's actually 40 years old or something. And then he dies at the end. Spoiler alert.
Bicentennial Man or something?
Yeah,
AI.
the one where he's
AI?
a 10-year-old kid, but his body ages quickly. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh, I think I remember it, but I don't remember what happened.
Well,
That was
I'll
like,
give you a
yeah, it was
spoiler
big in the
alert.
90s, right?
Yeah.
Was it AI?
No, it's the one where he's supposed to be a kid, but he ages. It's like the opposite of the that other movie where he was an old guy and he becomes young.
Oh, right. Don't know. Without a
It's an
title,
old movie.
I'm lost.
I think it's called Jack.
Jan.
I know which one you mean.
And just quickly, last one I'll say, is Crash on there? I got Traffic
Crash.
confused with Crash. When I said Traffic,
Yeah.
I meant to say Crash.
Jack is
Actually,
number
just-
60,
I was thinking
61, Chris.
What?
Is Jack?
Oh,
Jack. Oh, okay. Yeah, Crash should be up there.
Crash
Yeah,
is 47.
Crash is
47.
oh, fuck off. No
See,
way.
these
That
lists are
movie's
shit.
ridiculous. Okay, so what's
Yeah.
the top 10 then?
Top 10 coming at you. Titanic, Green Mile, Schindler's List, Marley and Me, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. What the fuck?
Oh, I know that one. That's about the
It's about
Holocaust.
concentration camps.
Oh, well, yeah.
Number
That
6
makes
is
sense.
anything to do with a dog. Generally tends to get the old tears
Yeah.
going.
really dog
That's
movies.
because people love dogs.
Heartsheet,
But
A
like
Dog's
which ones?
Tale.
Like
Dog's Tale.
It's called Hachi, A Dog's Tale.
Oh, is that the Japanese one?
Looks like Richard
Sounds
Gere.
Japanese.
Richard Gere and some other
and no one Japanese.
How do you spell it? doesn't matter.
Hachi. Grave of the Fireflies, The Pursuit of Happiness, The Notebook, and A Walk to Remember.
Shitty list.
Well, my apologies. All right, let's do something that seemingly you all can gravitate towards. Best Disney animated movies. This will be the last list because I can't put up with Ron's
How do you
objections
choose
any
which
longer.
one's the best?
What?
Well-
You can't put up with my awesome opinion that those lists are really shitty. I'm sorry, let's bring it back. Daniel Day-Lewis wasn't even in the top 10
Yeah.
and Gary Oldman was even further up as well. Okay, and Ben agreed.
Yeah, I agree
Like-
with that.
Well,
That
Wait,
being
who
said,
is
the
it?
list was entertaining. That's all that matters.
it created
agree with
spirited
that.
debate. So
It did.
let's take it for what
But
it is.
I can get over it.
You know, if Daniel Day-Lewis watches this and he sees that and he's like, yeah, see, exactly.
Yeah,
Those two little douchebags agree with me.
I wasn't disagreeing. It was purely the fact that it sounded like you were trying to place some of the blame of the ratings on me.
No, not at all. I mean, the people who vote for these lists, Christ. It's a
Gav,
popularity
22.
contest.
Come on, Gav. Rate him higher than that. I'm like, I've got nothing to do with this whatsoever.
I know, they're not yours.
If it's anyone's fault, it's
These aren't
Daniel
personal
Day-Lewis's
lists which
fault.
I'm collating in my own time.
I
How
made
much
these
spare time do you think I have in prep for this show? Like, seriously.
because when you said like he's at numbers 56 or something like that, it's like, wow, he must have spent a lot of time rating these guys. He's got like a massive list of them.
Gav, go to bed, mate. You know, take a day off. Yeah. Here collating the 100 best actors in chronological order for your enjoyment on this podcast, only for you to tear them down. Go. Best Disney animated movies.
Fantasia?
It'd have to be Lion King or Aladdin.
Lion King's number 1.
Yeah, Lion King will be. I like
Aladdin
Aladdin.
number 2.
Little Mermaid, Fantasia.
Aladdin's
Yeah,
number
I already
5.
said Fantasia.
Aladdin's number
I didn't
5.
hear it. Aladdin's 5.
Wow.
Aladdin was
Okay,
fantastic.
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo
Oh,
is number 3.
I forgot those counted.
Yeah.
I'm just
They're
thinking of
new
all the
style
old school
of
ones.
Disney movies.
It's got to be all shit like, Sleeping Beauty,
Sleeping Beauty's 32.
Wow. I would have thought that'd be in top 10.
Objection? No?
No, 'cause
Jason
this isn't,
Day-Lewis was in that.
this isn't actors who are actually
Fantasia.
better than the ones in the top 10.
Fantasia, 46.
How?
Wow.
Suck a dick,
See,
Walt
there
Disney.
you go. Ben, you better say it before I do. Come on.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Kids these days.
There you go.
List these days.
Oh my
God.
God.
These lists are broken.
Number 2 we've mentioned. But you haven't got yet.
What was number 2?
No, you haven't got it yet.
Did we say
Oh,
Lion
okay.
King?
Oh, Toy Story.
Toy Story is number 2.
Yeah. But is it, do they count it as a trilogy or just like one? Part one?
No, they've broken it down. Toy Story is number 10. Toy Story 3 is number 10.
Okay.
So
And two's not in the top 10, right?
no. Toy
Sequels.
Story 1 is at number 2. Toy Story
Yeah.
3 is at number 10.
Is Toy Story 2
Well,
in
if
the top
we're
10?
going to be that anal. Toy Story 2 is number 27.
Ooh.
Hmm.
They didn't like the new characters.
Yeah.
Well, but then they liked them enough that when they stuck around for the third movie, it got to number 10, right?
Who knows?
These lists
Who
are
knows?
broken.
So would Land Before Time be in there?
Was that Disney?
Is that
I
a
don't think
Disney?
that was
Is
a
that
Disney.
Oh.
That's a
Yeah, who did do
like a
that?
Hanna-Barbera kind of thing. Or just like a sister studio. What else is there? Lion King 2 was 34. People didn't rate that one, obviously.
I
Sure,
didn't
I
even
never
know there
saw it.
was a 2.
That in itself. What is the Lion King 1.5?
What?
Apparently there's a Lion King 1.5. Comes in at number 49. Strange. Yeah.
I like
Despicable Me, 65.
big
Yeah.
H's.
I don't agree with this list at all.
Oh, Bambi.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, what Bambi?
Bambi, I think that's kind of up the top.
108.
Bambi's 26. 26, Bambi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's round out the top 10. Lion King, Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin number 5, Mulan at 6. What the fuck? Little Mermaid 7, Monsters Inc. at number 8, Up
Wow.
at 9, and Toy Story 3 at number 10. Boom.
Oh,
Boom, boom, boom,
Oh,
boom,
yeah.
boom.
Monsters Inc. was great.
I haven't seen any of
Hey?
those. I know they
How many did they make? Did they
Well,
make one?
I
or-
just-
did they make 3? I'm not sure. Anyway,
We're
I think
talking
that the
about Mulan.
prequel just came out.
yeah,
didn't it?
the Monsters University.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Milan, that's a surprise.
Mulan. Yeah, top 10 especially.
What about Robin Hood? Remember that?
Robin Hood was in there. I think it was
But
quite
Robin
close.
Hood's not a Disney character.
In Jungle Book?
Oh, yeah.
Mowgli. Yeah, I think Jungle Book was in there.
Heck.
What is?
That's me typing a text message with my mouth.
Oh, okay. I thought so.
Lol.
So you just imitated me. Sorry about that. I put it on silent.
The the one funny story that caught my eye was a strip club owner who trolled his ex-wife by erecting a... I shall open it up. He erected a $7,000 worth of a statue, which was a statue of a hand with a middle finger raised, placed ever so, it's hardly subtle, in his backyard, which his wife can see, which sticks over the fence, so his ex-wife can see it. It's even spotlit to
Genius.
ensure the neighbours can
Oh,
still
so
see it.
he's near her, does he? Or is it because she got the house, he put it in the house before she got it?
Let's have a look. Oh, he bought the house next to her and erected a $7,000 statue of a hand with its middle finger raised in the backyard. The bronze statue, which is about 3.5 meters tall, faces the windows of Mr. Markovich's ex-wife. It's even spotlit to ensure the neighbors can see it at night.
What a champion.
Mr. Markovitz is a local legend who owns 3 strip clubs in the U.S. city of Detroit. He lives with his daughter from a previous relationship. What a classic. Damn. I have to give you the link.
Is there like an interview with the daughter, like about when she brings friends over and they like go to play outside? Just be like, what's this?
Yeah, stay away from the hand. Don't talk to
my
it.
dad's statue.
That's not for you, kids. That's not for you.
That's hilarious.
The link
What a fucking champion.
is especially wonderful, considering the daughter and even the wife to a certain degree. I shall wait for
This is
your
fucking
reply.
rad. Wait, we got to... wait. Here we go.
Good to see you on the ball. Yeah. Hilarious.
Oh, it's the coolest thing ever.
I'll have to put that link in the description as well. Got to keep
Oh, is that the
people in
wife
loop.
and daughter? Whoa. Gee.
Yeah.
Nice.
No Pornhub for Ron tonight. He knows where his bread's
that
buttered.
that picture will do just fine.
Yeah.
That is awesome though. The actual hand and how it's like lit up like that. It's
Yeah, I
like a
thought so.
massive ominous hand of God giving you the bird.
And like the spotlights shining into the window.
Yeah,
Just to keep them up at night.
I'm right here. See me?
It must
Right
be nice
here.
to be in the position where you can just go, you know what, I'm going to buy the house next door to my wife and just throw an extra
Yeah.
$7,000 in there and just go, you know what,
No.
deal with it. That'd be hilarious. I'd love that. Yeah. I'm all out of ideas, so unless you guys have got another topic, throw it at me.
The only thing I have,
Oh, I do have something actually. I'll wait for Ben. Sorry.
Oh, right, you wait for Ben.
no,
Me, I'm just...
no,
me,
I want to
I'm
hear
just
it
like,
now.
yeah. Cut Gavin off at the second
Actually, no.
instance.
Mine will be very quick. DayZ standalone is coming very soon, apparently. As in,
How soon is soon?
some people were rumoring, as in like the next few days. There's a massive
really?
hype train though, but the dev released like a video. One of the devs saying, "Yeah, expect it like this weekend," as in Australian time, the weekend that's just happened. But obviously that hasn't happened, so it's going to show up on Steam hopefully pretty soon. And they've released another video, like a little dev blog sort of thing, and it's looking pretty good. I mean, obviously a few bugs and stuff like that, but it looks really good. I really cannot wait.
How do they go about releasing that? Like, will that come through like Steam or?
Yeah, that's coming on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it won't be like a. I don't know where I was going with that question. Don't know.
No, it's definitely not a mod. Like I think that's kind of what you're. Yeah, it's you don't need
it's-
like any other games.
It's
Hence,
a full
yeah,
game now.
standalone sort of thing. Yeah.
So what kind of
So it's-
what kind of improvements can we expect in this version compared to say what other people have been playing all along?
But yeah, it's
Less
basically.
bugs.
Yeah, well, hopefully less bugs. For the videos that I've seen, there's still a lot of bugs. But it's basically just like gameplay and just like how you interact with everything. So user interface is a lot better. Things like radios in game, so you can have like radios. Even like I think it's even like CB, like as in like radio which you could listen to, so like broadcasting and everything. I think there's even CB radio, so you can contact other people like that way.
That's pretty awesome.
Just like general sort of orienteering with like a compass, which is even the one at the moment anyway as well. But I think it's just changed a little bit now. Just lots of it's just like lots of like little things as well.
What about the appearance? I mean, I know the appearance is obviously a
No, it looks
a big
yeah,
draw card
it looks
to it, but like improve
pretty good.
the textures or.
yeah, it just the textures look better as well, definitely.
There's been a lot of discussion about that in the old Call of Duty landscape at the moment with
Oh my god!
apparently
See, that's the thing.
the next gen
It
one's
can-
apparently better. That's pretty much how it works.
Well, I'm hoping there's going to be a big patch for the PC players too then, when it comes out on
Hey,
consoles.
when it comes out, like I'm gonna probably play it on PC just so I can join you, Benny. Anybody else who's
Shame I
willing
don't
to
play
join,
it.
Chris? Hey, what the standalone? I mean, the
Joe's-
standalone.
Oh, standalone. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
sorry,
was talking
I
about
meant
Call
that,
of
yeah.
Duty. Yeah,
No.
for sure. No, I'll be playing that's all I'll be playing. So yeah, I can't wait for that.
I will kill you.
Yeah.
If it's cheap, I
Sure
might
you
jump on that
will.
as well.
That's if you can find him.
If it's cheap,
One of the
how
one
much
of the
would
few
it be?
games that
Forever.
they've never released anything like that yet. It's one of those games where I don't really care how much it is. I will throw so much money at it just because I've played so much of the original mod. So
What would you do if like the standalone comes out and it's just horrendous? I mean, it's
I'll still buy it.
Ghosts horrendous.
Oh, fuck no. That's how bad Ghosts is. No. It can't be worse than any of the mod. So, is in terms of like bugs wise and gameplay wise. So, from what I've seen, it should be really good. But because they release like pre-alpha footage and it's like full of bugs and people like flip out, completely go crazy.
Good
Thinking
crazy
that
or
it's supposed to be like no, as in like bad crazy, as in
right.
this looks so bad, it's so buggy, blah blah blah. So now for the latest dev blog, they have like this massive warning at the start saying like, don't freak out. It's just standard sort of bugs which we're fixing. Chill your beans. So
Did they actually say chill your beans?
no, that's what I say.
I hope they did. That'd be sweet.
Because that'd be so cool. My beans would be so chilled right now.
Yeah.
They'd be on
so
ice. They'd be so chilled.
Chili beans.
Well, I'll put it in the chat box
Bean
anyway.
Situation.
I don't even know how to put it in the chat box. Anyway, whatever.
Chat box. No, sounds good.
So yeah, that should be pretty good. It's just, but they always say, oh, it's going to come out in the next week or two, and then it never happens. But this is, I think, like with the first time where an actual dev has said, yeah, it's going to be coming out in the
And
next
still
few
nothing.
days.
And still nothing
And
happened.
still nothing.
I'll look forward to that. Can be
I am
edited,
still
edited
looking-
the right way. Those videos do actually do pretty well on YouTube, and they're fun to watch as well. Especially if you're roaming with a pack of idiots, like very much like how we would simulate. Just a rabble-rousing crew of idiots just trawling the countryside, skipping and whistling a merry tune. It'd be sweet.
Turning a torch on at night.
Yeah,
letting
totally.
everyone
Just
know
Morse
where you
coding
are.
zombies to come and feast on our brains.
Fuck, I hope it's good. I really do. Because I'm really looking forward to Dead Rising 3. And, nobody here is a big fan of that game.
You know what? I saw one thing today where you put the Mega Man suit on. There's a
Yeah,
mod. There's a mod
yeah,
for it.
that's
Is
been a
mod?
staple of all the games
Yeah.
since the first one. Actually, it started at 2. Boom! But, yeah. You've always been able to get the Mega Man suit. The first time you could shoot only like balls at zombies. It was really pathetic, but now they've gone fucking like crazy. The shit that you can make and
On Saints Row
How you
crazy,
can-
like firing like ridiculous like energy sort of warping projectiles and just like blow 50 zombies off at the same time. It's great.
yeah, it's just a surprise. You're like, oh wow, okay. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And but since it's like kind of like stupid as well, it's probably half the reason why I like it. But nobody else was really big into it, I'm guessing.
You know what? I draw an association with Dead Rising to that Dead Island game that me and Ben went to the
Which one?
game
Oh,
launch. And that looked
Right,
That
Dead
looked
Island.
pretty shit, and apparently the reviews kind of followed suit as well. But I don't know.
Still a good night though.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, of the footage I saw, I mean, it is it an exclusive title or is it across everything?
No, it's exclusive, completely exclusive.
Yeah.
Which is
So,
also half the reason why I want to get an Xbox. There's that Titanfall.
Titanfall.
The Titanfall.
right.
I said Titan, but my pronunciation.
Yeah.
That's not
Sorry,
exclusive to Xbox though.
No, it's not. It's not. But I mean,
Oh, okay. So I thought you were saying it was. Yeah. No.
No. Dead Rising 3 is though.
Yeah.
Did you guys check out the launch title lists? And like PS4 has like a crazy amount of indie titles.
Lots of indies,
Just this
yeah.
huge list. Yeah, and then but everything else like as for like the full games that are coming out, there's just so many like for Xbox and so many more ones that I like better. Like I'm gonna pull up the list now because
See, those indie ones as well, a lot of them will come free. That's part of the PlayStation Plus package you have to buy with like the online thing, where a lot of those indie games, because you get free games with the your online subscription that you have to pay.
Yep.
So a lot of those indie games you'll get with your subscription fee for free.
Yeah, we get one a
Even though you're
month.
paying for it. Yeah.
from
Really?
last year. Yeah, we'll get one a month.
Andy.
I read that just today, actually.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because some of the reviews that are coming through from some of those indie games are actually doing quite well. I think it was on, it might have been GameSpot. I'm pretty sure it was GameSpot. There's like that classic sort of shooter, side-scrolling shooter that's got like 9.5, like did really well. Killzone, and typical all the AAAs or the really good games have been coming through from the launch haven't really stacked up, unfortunately. Killzone only got 7 out of 10 in terms of its review.
I never really liked Killzone anyway, so
Yeah, I don't think it was ever going to be a game that made me go, you know what, I'm gonna go for the PS4 like this generation.
Yeah, I don't. There's definitely not a deal breaker sort of thing.
Yeah. Whereabouts is it?
Killzone and Gears of War were basically the whole, hey, this is us trying to outdo each other in the same kind of genre kind of thing. But
even then, that game Knack that they were sort of touting as a really fun title.
yeah, how'd that go?
Have a quick guess.
Really well?
Couldn't have been worse. 4 out of
Really? Wow.
Killzone got 7. Resogun is that sideways sort of left and right scroller. That got 8. So it's doing really well. Need for Speed Rivals got 8. Legends of Zelda. Oh, it's the 3DS title.
I have to say, I saw a bit of Need for Speed Rivals, and it doesn't look that great.
Huh.
It looks sick, man. Looks great. Graphically, it's beautiful. The gameplay looks okay. I mean, it's very arcadey, but I mean, it's not lying about what it claims to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't been happy with the last few Need for Speed games. They're missing something.
Let's face it, they're driving games, okay? We've got GTA 5 out there already, where we can drive, get out of the car, do whatever the fuck we want, get back into a car, and do everything from that Need for Speed has. Driving games should be abolished. That's it. Yeah, and people will hate me for saying that. We should get rid of them.
Thing is, though, I take a game like Need for Speed Rivals in kind of the same vein that I do with Batman. It's like I know it's a game that I'm going to go through, whatever quote-unquote campaign there is, and then maybe dabble into the online. I mean, I haven't touched online with Batman. Probably never will. And there's probably a bit of life to be, experienced in Need for Speed. But I look at stuff now, like literally with how can I make a video out of this? And apart from the token few gameplays just as background for a bit of commentary, this will do the job perfectly fine. As will Forza. I'm going to get Forza as well. But this, I mean, they're two totally completely
Even after
games.
the spectacularly long intros.
That's
That's
it.
what we experienced.
I'll just do a commentary
Forza.
video just of an intro. Like, thanks for listening, guys. Like and subscribe. Check out the intro. Cheers. Bye.
It's like, oh, I want to play this game this afternoon. I better put it on now, choose what I want, and come back after work.
Yeah, let me preheat the oven, so to speak.
Forza, more like Borza.
Lol. Oh my god. The funniest joke of the evening. My god. What was your last topic, Ben? Chris? Jeez.
I was just saying that because somebody said that they had a topic. So
Yeah, that
I
was
was
Ben's
just
one.
saying I had a
Oh.
topic.
That was Ben's standalone DayZ.
Yeah. But he didn't actually have a topic. He just
No, I
wanted to
just
cut me
wanted
off.
to say I
That's
had
pretty
a
clever.
topic.
He has a topic about having no topic. Well, I think we'll call it an evening since we've spoken about games a whole lot this evening, which is, I suppose, the prime focus, which is good. Didn't stray into too much land of bollocks like we usually do, which is always good.
I'll try to rectify that for next week, hey?
That's it. Research the bollocks, Ron. Yes. We need some sort of alternate reality where your rules don't apply. So we'll call that an end there. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Ron. Ron, I hope you shift the majority of your inventory there. If you don't, I know a guy. A wink.
Cool.
A winky winky.
You? Is it you?
Well, I already said I'd take one of your hands, but we'll
Sure.
keep that chat offline.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. What, the other 6 people who watch this, they're gonna like see this and call the fucking cops immediately?
Shut up about that shit. There's more than 6.
Chris, Ben, you guys better not do it either, okay? Because that brings it
Keep
down to
saying
4.
that. It will get down to 6. So you're supposed to be big upping the show, you mug.
All right, hey, anybody who watches this, you want one? I've got about 80 here. All right,
I
so...
want about the show, not about your fucking pilfering your wares all about my podcast.
Oh, okay, so 6 of them will probably get bought by next week.
God. Well, if those 6 people are out there apparently watching this show, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. That was show number 9. That was Ron's bollocks. And not literally. No, we're saving that for show 10. I think he's frozen. Oh, he froze in the best possible way.
Yeah, it was
So yeah,
pretty funny.
show 9. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
And Ron's fucked off. In typical Ron fashion.